without the deep line. But here we go. Smokes at the ready. A late one, so not the insta. Exercise, just chilling, gonna lob this out on a timing. 3 towards mid-elbow, Gravity outside main. Makazi for A-main info. He's postured forward quite quickly.
Yeah, he's tucking back as the red smoke's been spotted, and Ima has been too. Bullets exchanged, forced away. It is theirs.
Looking at A-split, so into Donut. Makazi with the spot at Ima. About to be under fire.
Yeah, what can he deliver here? New face in that NAVI jersey, has an awful lot on his plate, and he's managed to confirm and deny. First takes down Gravity, tucks away Temple, and now here's Ima with a chip in. Nice find. Gonna be a response from Body and Lucky. They combine, removing from the CT side. Good tap from Makaze. He's still there on Temple. Put down now. 2-on-2. Bomb loose. It's going to get awkward. They're going to double swing him. Body gets away with it. Good chip damage from Maka's P250. It's Body that puts the cherry on top, but still a 1v1. Maka up against Wonderful, and it's a P250 headshot. Juicy to get that 3D Max started.
And that's the man that was the in-game leader of this roster, but was one of their hardest hitters. So the fact that he doesn't have to worry about making those calls, gets to focus in a little bit more on that crosshair. Let's see if he can find the consistency.
Nice shot.
This looked troublesome, didn't it? A 3v5 disadvantage, waltzing into the site with the Glocks. They weren't able to swarm on any players because of the angles that Na'Vi chose to defend the site, but that's crispy on the P250.
Nice. Ale.
Straight away from Body. So, looks like we do just have a bit of a tech before round 2 gets underway. We'll see if Na'Vi want to hedge in with the force buy on the CT side. I can already see the buy that's come forward for 3D Max.
Yeah, it looks rather intimidating, to be honest with you. Don't fancy Na'Vi's chances if they were to shove.
Looks like Bit's just adjusting his microphone. There's also been some changes to the texture of this map, so maybe you've just watched Bounty over there in Malta, and now you're tuning into EWC, and you're going, okay, hold up a second, the map looks a little bit different. Contrasts have changed. They've chopped and changed the CT spawn lineups for the elbow instance a few times, so we'll have to, honestly, this seems ridiculous to say, keep our eyes on the CTs landing those.
Yeah, well, you and Modesty were chatting about it yesterday. I mean, it was funny to witness you saying, no, they changed back. It's like, I've learned, I know them all. I know them all. I know both the new ones and then the old new ones that I need to know. I mean, everyone, I expect there to be an unusual quantity of missed elbow smoke.
Yeah, so we'll have to keep our eyes on it. Later up today, the match that is the most important, in my opinion, and the reason I think it's the most important is because of Liquid. They might miss out on the major.
Yeah.
And if they can beat Vitality in a best of one, because of the decay and how aggressive it is in the VRS, they need LAN wins. That's why for them, I think they'll win over 100 VRS points with a victory there. They don't have to worry about playing Agent against Vitality. So we don't have to worry about it in that one. And Vitality, obviously, I don't want to say looking to bounce back, because I don't think they are looking to bounce back. They just didn't win events, which is different for 2025, isn't it?
I think they got rather accustomed and used to seeing Sunday.
Watching someone else lift a trophy.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't tune in. But yeah, back-to-back semi-final losses. One to Maus, one to the Mongols, and neither with a map to their name. And there is a lot of, I don't want to say organizational pressure, but I could lay out a scenario with the club championship here at EWC where Falcons bomb out, Liquid don't do too well over the course of the other matches. Vitality could snatch that #1 spot, and we're talking for $7 million. Yeah, it's million. Juicy. Mac is being run down on the eco, has some support, so Lucky in the backlines as they mow them down. The eco finding one frag. Will it be two? Wonderful doubles up.
Yeah, he's done very well there. Of course, a third was perhaps asking a little too much, but getting something out of that Desert Eagle, it kind of pays for itself.
Yeah, good damage because it was a heavy rifle investment there out of 3D Max, but now we will get into the buys. So elbow smoke watch, that'll be first and foremost, but can Na'Vi get out the starting gates with the first rifle round? What's the opening move going to be from the T-Sun? What's the call from what I am assuming is Gravity? Standard T-side util. Red smoke dipped in. Change of mollies in mid. Cave smoke, B-lane nades. They're going for this second timing mid control. Here come the flashes, here comes the push.
Yeah, and actually a little bit of chip damage onto Gravity from that cave player, spamming away. Quick to block is Makazi. Body slips on through. So they once again gain mid control, reminiscent of the pistol. But now the guns are out.
And right now, somebody has to come back to address red. It's actually going to be Wonderful and Makazi in unison, leaving A, leaving Donut, wanting to fight red.
Yeah, Gravity put down. Nice from Wonderful. Can't transfer into Lucky, so he keeps us level. Only for a moment. Exercise walks through the smoke, catches him. A lacking. Nice head back. It's a big one for Alexi to win. Exercise. He's in it to win it. One-on-one, looking for that ace. Nope, I'm misreading the graphic. He's just number 4. There we go. That's 3-0. 3D Max pick up the first gun.
Damn, okay, right there. I think in that situation, as soon as they know where Emma is on that B bomb site, at that point they're thinking, okay, well, we know that A's open, but the kerfuffle goes down over towards red. There's back and forth trades here, which I think very well done from 3D Max. This is happening very early in the round, 1 minute and 15 seconds. Molly forces the fight, bit into it, and Exercise with a sharp shot. We know he can be crisp.
He's nodding. Yeah, he agrees.
They're going to be partial right now. 3 over towards B. Lucky with the util to set up body. Kazi and Emma close middle, and opening with the Mac-10. Can't be found. Good flash trade there.
Yeah, Alexi really set up Makaze to put body down. He was supposed to be the probe. He was supposed to be running and bounding around with the Mac-10, get that info.
Still not easy. Gonna have to regroup towards B with the bomb down. It's just bit here for now, and he is committed to this angle.
Yeah, likelihood is Gravity's just going to bounce his head off of that doorway as he rounds the corner. It's going to be a question of tracking from Bit. Oh, and he spotted his knees poking out. Too easy for Gravity, and Wonderful put down by Maka.
Yeah, small detail with that cave play there. If you are slow and diligent, you can actually safely clear all of the corners and find the CTs, but you know, usually want to be a little bit quicker, or you're opting for the trade. You can see there, as you mentioned, the just side a bit poking out. Alexi and Emma, final 2 remaining, and this will be a 4-0 start for 3D Max.
Yeah, dreamy.
And it hasn't come with necessarily only pace. Now, sure, playing 3 through red on the first gun round is a little bit gimmicky. It's direct, but at the end of the day, it's won you the round. Now, we're talking about depth of consistency, but in a single elimination straight line bracket, doesn't matter how you get the wins, you just need to get them. So a good foundation and something that will need to be considered going forward for NAVI. If they take mid control, how do we address it? Or do we want to fight? Maybe they have Wonderful, Emma, and Makazi fight over towards middle, which then leaves your A site and B site a little bit more susceptible.
Especially in the modern meta, strong T sides, few and far between.
Yeah, so. Exactly. I think that's a really good point you've just made there, because taking a look at Counter-Strike at the moment, 6 out of 7 maps with Cologne as well as Blast Bounty are CT-sided since this additional change that's really helping the CTs. $50 per player per kill apparently has gone an awfully long way. CTs will take a tactical timeout, get Blade on the mic. Now the question is, okay, well, we know we lost mid and they went red. Do we think they're going to do that again? And if not, where do we want to play for that's strong? And what are we going to leave as a little bit of a weakness that we'll retake into? There is a kit on Alexi. There is an AWP on Wonderful. Still a Mac-10 on Gravity, who loves to make that work. And as far as head armor goes, there's 3 sets of those. So if he gets a head-to-head, it's going to be tense to break through. Lucky with the red smoke. Donut smoke from Exercise. So they really want to apply this mid-pressure.
Yeah, Makaze, he's going to be caught off. I say that. Just covered and masked by the smoke's plume. He throws out his own flash. Maka eats it. But he's safe behind his smoke, albeit very low HP, very close to going down to the spam.
Body's leering out in a gap on A right now.
Yeah, he is investigating. Wonderful's AWP Donut side.
Is it a fake? Yeah, he's not going to commit, so this is drawing rotations.
It is. It's pulled Emma.
Now they take
very, very effective. Just bit in Alexi, isolated on the B side for now. Looks like him is starting to rotate back. You can see him in CT spawn, considering the possibility of a red slip.
But take a look at the T utility, Alex. We're talking a flash and a molly now to finish the round with a minute and 10. You were hoping for aggression or a kill somewhere along the lines.
You're right.
Right now, you don't have either.
Ooh.
So this is going to be a very tough close. The CTs don't have a lot to their name. So with nobody pushing and right now playing statues 3D Max.
You know, I'm curious to see how you could possibly break in with just a single flashbang. Alexi's actually getting curious. Maybe this is what Maka's hoping to see.
He's low on HP.
Yeah, it's unlikely he gets much here. Needs the headshot. Nice find from Alexi.
Bomb down.
Bomb visible. Info flows. Now you get blocked on cave. Gravity realizes time is of the essence. You can see Exercise's face. The plan has to change.
Look at the radar. Body's in A main, Lucky's in middle. You need to get the bomb. You only have 30 seconds to do so. I don't think you're winning this round.
No, I don't think they've got a chance here. Molly ramp. You're trying to retrieve the bomb. Forces Alexi wide. Exercise not ready. Clearing out Cubby instead. Well timed by Alexi. A double kill from Navi's captain.
I think it's a save.
It must be. I mean, look at Body. He's been there the whole round, still hasn't been able to do much after throwing out his minor fake.
You just have to think about the level of investment of smokes that they make in that round. A lot of teams you'll see throw cave smoke as well as red smoke, but they're throwing donut as well, and that's to guarantee the mid control, which they did have. Maka got across early, then he played safe, and there was also an extinguish molly. So the entire plan from 3D Max within that round was to get mid control and force a reaction. They didn't get what they were looking for. So now, back to the drawing board. How do you change the tune? Do you use the space? Now that you know that you can get it, instant doors lined up from Bit. Away we go again. The donut and red once more.
Just watching those nades start to deplete right out of the gates is Maka. Same thing, turns the flash this time. Yep, a little better. Break of the smoke exposes a little glimmer of Maka. It wasn't the perfect break. Ima in the smoke with him, either side.
Bit more direct, they're walking out A.
You're right, Wonderful's been caught off by the pace change here.
It's help.
Molly's gonna hurt him, he hasn't got the extinguish. She's gonna burn down, 13 points of health. He still contributes, removing Body. Missed shot on the second. Awkward in a 3v5. Good find from Lucky to finish the job. Quick attempted trade from Makazi, gets flashed off. Lucky behind the big box, swings on out, down to the M4A1. Looks like Navi have pulled up their socks and tightened their shoelaces. That is a solid defense.
Great recovery considering Wonderful gets caught off guard. A bit of a grin on his face there. And knows that he should have been dead. First he gets spotted, then he gets mollied and naded and still gets a kill. So very well done from the young AWPer. This is the top mid kill, so Maka getting caught. They did use the space. They were more direct towards A. So it's essentially the same round as they just run, but this time with more follow through. And now NAVI have rumbled them. At this point, you need something completely different to come out of the 3D Max camp. 3 AKs, 2 Deagles, util, and, well, not that same opener. Double mollies mid. It's a good way to try and contain the pushes.
Yeah, Maka is going to still get cheeky with it. Delayed probe of mid. Good flash. You can see that's forced a very deep smoke from Makazi in defense. It kind of concedes donut. Two-man cave defense, leave his bit responsible for ramp.
I'm going to head back and group up for a B execute. This clear should be a kill.
Oh dear.
What are you meant to do?
I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to get AWP'd if he's not careful.
The fact he gets away with his life is huge.
Oh, even better! They come asking questions of the cave setup and both of them hit their shot. This is starting to feel very uncomfortable. 3D Max force them away, regain control, and likely some weapon upgrades for those Deagles. Exercise scavengers an AK, but still, Alexi stubborn. Elevated angle on that box.
As support.
Imir to swing on contact. Lucky down to Alexi, Imir's turn. Nice work,
Beautiful.
Sweeps the rest under the rug. Team play on display.
Yeah, and multiple stages of cave being used there. I also love the fact that Navi don't feel the need just to play heads-up CS against 3D Max. It's very classic throughout Ancient's meta just to go for the full mid-press B lane aggression and take all that control. So it's nice to see them allowing that space to be given, and Body should be found. Everybody's here to deal with him, and there you have it. 4 staying alive and a bank being built for the CT side, a one-round game as Navi, they're here to play.
Yeah, just a little slow start out of the gates for Navi. Pistol conversions first gun, then they arrive.
See, you've got one or two things if you're 3D Max. If you're throwing all this mid utility and you're hoping that they're going to fight you, well, you're not getting that.
Right.
And then if you do have the space, you have to do something with it, and they haven't been able to. Like, their lurks are getting caught, right? They're getting across to red, or they're not using it, and then Navi are worried about the extremities. So this is a really solid start, and this is where the coach, you know, that's his name.
That's his name.
Has an opportunity to try and give them a different flavor. So the pistol, with the conversion, first gun round, very, very nice. But you need something in the later stages of this just to make sure that it isn't full momentum. Now, I can see 5 HEs invested upon right now. And I'm curious of the body language of these Ts. Is this going to be a B rush where those nades are used towards long, catch a player who's starting long, maybe jump spotting? Or is it going to be out middle to do some damage? Maybe it's a bit of both. So some set smokes from Spawn. So here's the nades for the soften. Very light damage.
Not what they were hoping for.
Well, the nades did 7 damage in total.
Okay, yeah, nice.
But at least there's an idea. And that's what Counter-Strike's about. It's all about ideas.
Professor Birchall, what's the intention behind a T smoke at the top of ramp? Is that just to deter the ramp push early?
Yeah, stop losing that control. Making sure that the CTs don't try and eco-farm you. But they'll be able to do it anyway. This one could be flawless.
Yeah, it should be. A chance, actually. Makazi versus this Tech 9. And Lucky, yeah, nice. First bullet headshot. It's looking like it will just be the one. Wonderful. He'll collect. Solid run of rounds here now from NAVI.
Well, this is... I really don't think that the timeout was to come up with a cheeky eco strat. The timeout should be about this round right now.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, no, well, look, it's good to know that they are manually breathing.
Yes, and you are too at home now.
Sorry, everybody. You have to be lighter on this mid-start. You can't just be going all in for this. Nay, this time, a bit more damage onto Immer. Cops that one, down to 60.
Looks like Alexi's got some company. Oh, what? Running and gunning his way out of that one. Takes down Gravity. Smooth sailing for Alexi B. Exercise trying to claw something back. Spots the head of Immer. Can't track him. Makaze's the unknown entity. Good work from Exercise, but he's not ready for that one. Okay, double trouble from Makaze. That should be the round.
This slip from Lucky is huge, though. Will he get caught on the shadow?
I think Wonderful just looked away, and now he's closing that gap.
He knows it's a possibility, though.
I don't know. I think he's going to just function under the assumption that there was no one home.
They're going to have to. They're worried that the B ramp slips in, so they're clearing this together. But Wonderful, once he gets to long, we'll turn back and look at red.
Will he have any trigger discipline here? Does it benefit? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's a risky move from Lucky here. Oh, no! Not like that! He's looking for more, and he gets nothing in exchange.
Yeah, and Macca's not going to get anything done here. See, Lucky is operating under the assumption that somebody would be spotting it for Wonderful not to be looking. Now, when Wonderful went towards A, he checked Temple and he checked site. He didn't know it wasn't occupied. He just thought, I didn't see anything. And their player in Donut, which is Makazi, was jiggling in and out on a timing. He has to watch A and middle, so there was always the chance of the slip. Wonderful was always going to look, but Lucky didn't know that.
Yeah, it doesn't work out for Lucky. It's a frustrating one as well. That's one you've got to be able to shake off.
It looks like a freebie. Yeah. You're playing to win the round, whereas that one kill would have given your position up, and that would have likely been it. You would have got iced out from there.
Yeah, there's a reason that he hasn't just gone for one there. Yeah. You needed more. Of course, gets unlucky with the...
unlucky for Lucky.
Yeah, movement from Wonderful. Wonderful timing. $12,000 on the CT AWPer. He's going to be well-equipped for the rest of this half.
And I think they've been doing a very good job with these CT side opening kills. So that they've been... And this one here does feel more in line with what you'd get from 3D Max. It was first time in cave fight they've gone for, really? And here it is. Yep. Thank you, sir. So he had the A where he got caught off guard. He's been caught off guard here as... yeah, what? I don't know what... Oh, A-rush, here we go. Or is this a fake? I think there's commitment.
Yeah, it looks like commitment. Makaze's going to react. Plays in front of this donut smoke, just ready to stand and bang. First the pistols. Maka, that's a good catch elsewhere. Picks off one towards the cave side mid. This is the fight, though. Makaze has support. He had support. Down goes Imet. And they peace out. Knives out. Getting out of there.
Okay. Well, if Body goes down right now...
That's exactly my question. He's actually been leg shot, so gets a second chance. Wonderful. Peeking into the deagle, and he gets punished for it. Body, that is everything. Keeps the options open, tries to sell it. Deep Smoke Speedway, but Na'Vi in two minds.
And this is the thing, the rotation back from A main is huge. So if they were to go for it, right, they know that they could get caught in transition. So right now they've just iced out. Body is continuing to search. He's going to call B completely clear. You may as well let Body continue to play, and then based off his info, because you still have 50 seconds.
This is the fight bit. Oh, another one from Body's Orb. Scavenges it and uses it perfectly. Makaze, hold on. 1 versus 4 goes 1 versus 3. Body, his next target. Yeah, it feels like he's got him. The shadow and everything. Body, that is his round. 3 kills in. Massive impact. Sure, there's a kicking up a fuss on A, but It was all to pull them away. Body makes the most out of the lurk.
Yeah, and I love the fact that they go for the A rush util.
Holding long. Should be key.
Oh, there's comm check-ins.
Yeah,
Very clear.
Cool. They are cool.
But I enjoy the fact that that boost comes in and they take the fights, right? So they don't just all run out and get mowed down. They allow themselves to take those duels. So good head on their shoulders there, 3D Max. And that was around they were definitely not equipped to win. So there's 5.
It's a big fight available here, Chad. Ooh. 3 CTs ready to receive them. Makaze's doing it all on his own, though, for the first. It's Body with the trade. Wonderful's AWP is going to be very hard to get past, so attention now perhaps elsewhere. Smoke on ramp that Bit is actually going to be playing the fade of.
Has support. Immer's here as well.
Yeah, Immer and Bit playing the fade. Exercise and Gravity on the other side. And it's Immer and Bit that prevail. 3 on 2. Makalar seen mid. Lexi B, a forward position here.
A fake smoke. This is heard.
Oh, naughty! Ow. Baits the shot. The movement from Body's really messed up Wonderful there. MS slipping through the smoke. Lovely pathing. Can't hit the flick, can Body. Gets off the bomb, does Maka. How's his AK? Needs it now. Immer dancing with him round the site. The backup's arrived and he can peace out. Use that smoke to elope.
Okay, round resets now. The chase, it's not on. They think he's stuck around. The bomb will get planted. Maka can win this.
Oof, plants at the very edge of the key, in front of the ramp.
Biggest problem right now for Maka is the fact that it's still a smoke on Immer. If they get into the bomb and he doesn't take the fight, smoke goes down, they tap that defuse, he has to spam.
This could be problematic for Maka unless he can isolate that first. What? Throws out a smoke of his own design.
Ammo.
Finds some. Fresh AK. Looking for that gold. Has done damage. Immer low. Alexi. Oh, they're going to smoke him off on the ramp side. He is in trouble now. I hope he remembers where he planted. It's off the angle. Alexi's found the angle for the defuse. He's helpless in the clutch. Can't pull it off. And a 6 for NAVI comes home.
Okay, well, that one's touch and go, isn't it? I think that push from Immer, while he does get the kill there, it's very risky, isn't it? Because if he goes down, then it's a 1v2 situation on the retake for your in-game leader. I love this move right here. Very proactive. You can see Immer doesn't play on the fade as well. It's just Beer, and then Immer swings in. So, sure, you know, am I baiting? Well, we're winning. So that's what this one's about.
Yeah, that's Carrigan's law. It's not baiting if you're winning.
Well, they've won one with pistols, but it is rifles again for 3D Max. Late mid-util. They are going to push on the second timing.
Okay, and Makazi's going to be forward again. He's so consistent right now. Every duel that comes his way mid, he seems to be putting his name in the feed. Immer puts a second on top. Oh, wow. 13 and 7 for Makaze. That is a CT side. NAVI can be very happy with the new addition.
He's been racking up a lot of opening kills as well over towards middle, so he's done a great job. And this is one of those positions that this type of kid, it loves, right? He's aggressive as hell, just like everybody else from his region. Bad News Eagles live on.
Ooh, and it even gets better for NAVI. Immer removing exercise. This two-man push, coordinated, perfect. 7-5. NAVI a run to take the edge at the first half of our first map.
Banana just holding long.
started off with a bang. The French announcing their presence. Pistol, first gun, they were flying. A 4-0 start for 3D Max and 7-5 to NAVI. CT side led by the spearhead of Wonderful's AWP and Makaze in mid. A solid lockdown of what was a very mid-centric T side.
Yeah, look, 5 rounds I think is more than enough for 3D Max, but in terms of their T side approach, see what the analyst has to say when we get there. Doesn't feel like too much has changed. Gravity, as we're assuming, is the in-game leader of the ship now. Naka pushed away. Util lobbed out on his own.
Naka, you've got so much work to do, mate, and you're down straight away. Immer's Glock puts him down. A lot of responsibility and not much of a result. A-site is lost. That deep donut smoke thrown through. It looks like Makaze and Immer want to fight around the fade. Lexi with a nice safe plant. Wonderful, responsible for their exit, Brokey. Here they come. Friction found. Gravity already takes a headshot. Lucky low as well in that exchange from A main. It's too perfect. Are we getting a clean sheet here? Oh, and Wonderful's holding on by a thread. 5 alive, make it just 4. A little discrepancy from Exercise, but that is a convincing start to NAVI's T side.
Yeah, hot shooting, and I wonder what changed, because as you said, they were playing on the fade for the donut smoke, and then they all decided to charge and fight CT spawn, so I'm not sure what information I missed. I definitely don't have the full piece of the puzzle, but a great defense, a very good idea once they're in the site. They know what their second stage is going to look like. So we split the pistols, and now, ooh, Mag 7 out for Lucky. 5-7s, couple of digs, a bit of util, and maybe a hope and a prayer, because it's going to be tough to rumble NAVI on a round like this. First fight.
Surely Maka should be a dead man. He gets away with his life.
Maka versus Makaze.
Yeah, that's not hard for me at all.
At least it's not Magix versus Magisk.
No, that one will get the very best of us.
Or Nico versus Nico.
That was one of my favorites.
All right, well, they are using their limited utility on the CT side to block. They've got this A main control, which is great if they were to come A main into the Mag 7, which right now they are definitely not. Makaze has full space of Donut. He does have that support of Immer. B lane is still theirs. They haven't probed into Cave too far, and they were blocked towards B only moments ago. Oh,
ouch!
That one's definitely rung his bell. No HE for the... Well, no, I lied. There was a HE for the follow-through. Doesn't hit its mark.
Lucky is about to push through this elbow side, and there are backs turned. He is going to have restraint. Oh, they don't realize the jig is up a little earlier than they may anticipate. Should still be fine. A Mag 7 flanking from Donut doesn't fill me with confidence. Oh, wait, maybe the fight comes to him. Hello, Wonderful, and goodbye, Lucky. Khalil will find that headshot that was necessary. Second pump from the Mag 7, he was a dead man. Gravity spamming away and taking a heavy lick. What is going on? Makaze spinning around like a Beyblade. Body just racked up 3 headshots with his Desert Eagle. There was no conversation in this being a 3D Max round. Perhaps there still isn't.
Okay. Well, it was some nice headshots.
It was nice. Yeah, and you know what? An AK and a Galil, you'll take it.
Oh, you're not getting away with that, are you?
Oh, you won't take it, will ya? Maybe Body can hold on to his Deagle. He's done a lot with that. Gravity. Okay. An AK-47, some Kev, and not what you wanted.
I would like to see a timeout right now just to have the conversation. So you save this AK, you're unlikely to keep it if you don't force behind it. Now, let's catch this from Body's perspective. Second is beautiful.
Wow.
Some great shooting from Body.
Dude, that second onto Alexi is fierce.
Now, just so everyone knows, that wasn't Body's POV because the mouse wasn't moving and the hand was off the keyboard.
Don't break my illusion.
I would have loved to have seen a timeout to have this convo because Body with those kills, he's made an awful lot of cash, 1,200 in total, has been able to buy a Silence M4 to complement the AK.
Okay, when Alexi can see through smokes.
On these type of rounds, especially if you're going to invest an extra gun as well, let the guns play. Just like that. Good boost, great shot. Gravity announces his presence. Now they might overlook the M4.
Oh, but Makaze's Galil feels like an AK. That death POV body got no chance. And a very, very frustrating and suffocating smoke that Exercise has thrown out. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme.
Yeah, he's trying to use it to get to the bomb. Sorry, to the gun even. But he'd be a dead man. There you go. So, Bit sees the smoke, paths back, understands that he wants the weapon, and denies it. Now, this is why I'm not a fan of that purchase without the timeout. If you had the timeout, you had the conversation, great. Oh, caught a little look there, didn't he?
I mean, a fraction, yeah.
That's the one where it could have got out of control. But now, Body has to work with, I was going to say an SMG.
Get the gun, please? Igor?
Yeah, someone will drop you, I'm sure. But speaking of guns, Gravity takes the MP9 from Body. Body gets an M4 again.
Understandable with the shots he's been hitting in this first map. All right. Makaze has managed to stretch his legs out mid. It's quite reminiscent of what they were trying to get Maka on in that first half. However, they were struggling to find that next move. How about this? They play the fade. Imma and Makaze re-smoked swinging. Turns the flash, Body tucks in. Lucky to support. Hard fight, Makaze and Imma combined. Good work from Lucky and actually doubles up. He's kept them afloat. He's kept them with real solid chance. Beautiful play from Lucky. Plays the edge as well between the flame and the smoke to maintain vision, confirm a lack of commitment. Alexi eventually gets Gravity. And hang on, why has he got two there? How's he got two there? He nearly had another onto Maka.
What's just gone wrong there, 3D Max?
That was a bit of a mess. It's fine. Everything's fine. You would have liked to have not died. But you'll take the round regardless.
Okay, well, they finally add another round to the tally. Remember, it was 4 out the gates.
Right.
Since then, we've had 12 rounds played. They've only won 2. So this one they can chalk up to Lucky's great defense.
This one,
I definitely thought Alexi was a dead... Like, that's okay, right? 7 bullets left. And he's still able to get another kill. So, look, good output for Alexi. Timeout called. This one is going to be by Blade. So the finances, they're there. 17 kills for Makaze. He's definitely been delivering a lot of opening kills within that first half of play. I think it was 5-0 in total. 3-0 for Imma. So between the two of them, that's 8 opening kills. Then Alexi had 2 in the first half as well.
Yeah, he was very stalwart in his cave hold.
So who's going to take the sacrifice right now? It is going to be Wonderful. So the AWP onto a Deagle so that Makaze can make sure he has a rifle. But this is where their money's on the brink of breaking. Will Blade stop that possibility and get his team up to 11?
Lexi gets across. Held by Body. Concedes as Maka has managed to get himself straight into the elbow smoke. This should be a free frag. He's here and Makaze's back. Oh, again! I can't quite believe it's happened twice. First Lucky, now Maka had a back turn to him, and Makaze just has a sixth sense. Something's behind him. A passing glance. Just a little flick of the wrist, and he spots him out. Maka has had a really rough start to Ancient. Exercise is a powerful angle for that MP9. You get that shadow, you don't get the kill. Makaze is on a mad one. 20 frags.
Didn't even have head armor.
Oh, yeah. Who needs it? Wait, wait.
He's got this kill as well.
He's probably got this. Oh, he gave him a step. Who cares? It just doesn't matter. He tells you where he is. He's got no HP, no head armor. Doesn't matter. Makaze gets another 4 kills in the round. What was this? Virtual, you're the expert here. I need an explanation.
I guess they're not seeing any friction on middle. Nobody's fighting them, so...
Oh, God.
What a round. I don't think Blade called that one in the tactical timeout.
You know, I'm not necessarily watching every single NAVI game that's happened with Makaze since he's joined, but safe to assume he's on track for the highest rating performance we've seen from him in the NAVI jersey.
Look, he has had some strong games. That's a great question to be thrown out there. Obviously, they had that online loss to Astralis at the first stage of Bounty. I'll take a little bit of a look here, see how he's been trending.
Yeah.
So, yeah, online they played a couple of matches for Bounty. They played TNL, a Ukrainian team. He did have a performance there, 29 and 21, but that was an overtime loss.
Okay.
18 and 13 against TNL on a map that they won. He's had some pretty good games. 20 and 12 against the Mongols.
Okay, so he certainly is. This is not new to him, but taking full control of this game is Makaze.
I think 3D Max is the type of opponent when you look at the Navi junior roster who, I don't want to say they would beat every time, but I think they could definitely tussle with.
Yeah.
Because 3D Max are this team who we're really having a tough time placing. They can play that Shock and Awe Counter-Strike. I wouldn't even say they're not even a playoff gatekeeper.
No.
They might be a big tournament gatekeeper in general if there were more qualifiers, right? Can you get past them or not?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're just very selective with the events they attend, trying to hold on to what they have. Lucky. Just the one on the 5-7. Doesn't look like there's any conversation to be had about these Deagles making too much of an impact. Exercise needs that headshot to Makaze. Oh, okay.
Their best kills have felt like it's been with pistols, Alex, to be honest with you, mate. Like, the only times I've gone, oh, well, that was pretty nice. The best rifle round was maybe Lucky.
Bodies Deagle. Definitely looking good, yeah.
Pistol proficiency, sure. But this has felt like domination, and it is 3D Max's map pick. It's Inferno next, and we're just one round from getting their 5 measly kills. But this is my expectation. I had Navi as the favorites.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, it certainly makes sense. It certainly correlates. I think I've just I've been bearing witness to the slip of Navi from mainstay, you know, dominant, taking the first major of CS2 into what they are now.
Well, they were the team of the year last year.
Right.
But then the
champions of EWC.
The second half of last year had a few bright spots, that being one of them, but otherwise it has been a decent fall-off.
What's happening in mid here? Makaze's eating a flashbang. Body tucks in. Very forward position from the CTs here as Alexi is going to go ask questions of the setup from this cave side. Oh, good headshots. It's Body and Lucky combining for a 2-man advantage. Shouldn't be much weight for this to slip through their fingers. 3D Max, this is a must-win round, understandably. Captain Obvious here.
Right now, can't see too many ways in this one falling apart, but with 1:10 left on the clock, bit wonderful and Emma. It's a bit of a re-aggress. There should be a way, but you can see 3D Max resetting. 3 towards B, 2 towards A. The information players right now, I think Body is the most important. So they're kicking up a fuss on B. Now, Body on these jiggles will catch info. He's likely to block with this incendiary. There it is. Now they can reset. The B player will have to respond to red or play for info. First incision.
Oh, Exercise is going to be feeling a bit silly.
Now they're coming B. So red's a problem and B's a problem.
Yeah, you have no info if red is occupied.
Resetting.
Interesting. Maka pulls away from A. Donut less defended. It's just going to be Body pushing towards A main.
This is great. Really good mid-rounding right now from Navi. They're in this.
They certainly are. Body's low HP as well. Looks like Maka is going to have just the opportunity on Wonderful and Ime's exit.
Can't miss.
Just like that. Doesn't. As Ime goes down to that French AWP. Body on A main. Gets the job done. Little late arrival from Bit there, and Body even lucky to get away with his life. 2 points of health. Bit announces his presence, and now the round falls in 3D Max's favor. I still don't know if they're going to be able to duplicate a double opening kill for the foreseeable.
Yeah, I think their biggest boon is the cash is a little bit light on Navi. So there was about 6K left over on one of their individuals. And the save from Bit, so it looks like 3 AKs, a Galil, and a Mac-10. Alexi could offer something a little bit more pacey right now if they want to be direct and look for the finish. But standard start, wonderful to support Makaze, 3 towards B to get the control. Nothing too out of the box.
Quite quick towards the cave side. Alexi immediately asks questions of the first stage of cave. Held by Gravity. Lovely, clean conversion. Finds the headshot with his A4. Heavy damage inflicted on the wallbang. Ime just tracking Gravity on his retreat, and an important trade back from Body. NAVI, 2.5 men.
This round is essentially worth 2. So if 3D Max can win this, there's a chance for them to, well, most likely get up to 9 with the eco to follow.
Yeah, the scoreline would lose its sheen. Unless they can mid-round their way out of this one.
So again, 3D Max not really overstepping the mark with the number advantage. They're playing a 2-2 split essentially. Mid is the gap again. 35, maybe NAVI just opt for the save because of that eco on the horizons, but that's going to have further ramifications down the line. It's only 1900 loss. I think they should at least give it a look, see what they can find.
WWBD, what would Blade do?
Oh.
Oh, a chance presented itself in that exchange. Makaze, oh, Body's too quick, and Exercise will take it all down. Solid defense, keeping their numbers up, and Navi's finances are broken.
Okay, so this one, I want to get ahead of myself because I feel if 3D Max can't win this, then there's obviously no conversation about a comeback, but this is what we'd call a gimme.
Nice! You seen it go?
There you go.
I think he decided, where is the station?
Well, I'm just going to siphon out the utility. So first they'll knock on the door of A. There's head armor across the board for 3D Max, so it's tough to see this get out of control.
I think this might be fun for Lucky. I've changed my mind. It's actually the opposite of fun. It's agonizing pain!
Nice, guys.
Hold on. 5-7 saves him. Oh, that could have really spiraled if you lost your AWP, fell into enemy hands. It looks like Body and Maka have managed to piece this one back together again after the shortcomings of Lucky. After the game Makaze has had.
Imagine.
No, I don't think I can.
What if he wins this round?
What if Maka misses his shot, Body gets... Nah, absolutely not.
With the game he's having.
Yeah, right. I'm not ready to write him out of anything. Body impactful once more. I mean, we're talking a lot about Makaze. I think Body does bear repeating that he has been putting in a very solid shift all the way from the start of the pistol. A triple kill that you just never let off the gas. And Maka's 5-7 truly did save them there. And Body, lovely shooting. Really, like you can see his mechanics are tight.
Maka's under a lot of pressure in that situation. I understand it's only Glocks, right? But if more players are swinging... Oof, okay, well, NAVI will expend their final tactical timeout. Blade wants this done, and now. He probably thinks it should have been over already. Scoreline 12-9, 3-round difference. Just 3 more needed to push this into overtime. Now, conversation being had now that Blade is off the mic of how they want to proceed. AWP for Wonderful. So there is a change. T-side will bring out the AWP. How do they want to use it? So Wonderful won't have to sit in spawn and throw the supporting utility by the looks of things.
Okay, we got a fast Lucky. Boosted up to fight for lane control. Flash is great. Alexi pushes through. Oh, still Lucky. I think he turned it just in time. A minor sound cue. An imperfect throw. All he needed to profit. Now Bit in action. Removes gravity. Oh, okay, and he's got another with the nade dunk. Exercise next challenge. Okay, gets his first, tries to transfer. There's help as well. Exercise has support from the cave side in Body, but he gets the job done himself. An important double kill to keep their dreams alive of taking their map pick here. Wonderful, forced away by the flame. Has to respect that, but tries to maintain vision.
Something that we get to look at, I don't see this falling apart, is these cams consistently. So you can see Alexi's body language waiting for this one to unfold.
Still gets one. Makaze quick to adjust and confirms Body's presence as well. Too easy. Maka holds for the Wonderful peak and another 3D Max round. Suddenly, a conversation very real. about this going to overtime?
Yeah, so a partial now, full by next. And remember, Blade just used their last tactical timeout. And this was great from Bit, wasn't it? This first kill is very nice, catches gravity on his own. The nade dunk is great, but it's really exercise just shutting things down, not allowing them to leak out of the smoke. Gets deleted by Makazi on the swing, but the trade is there. So here's the partial. Out the guts of middle, they want to fight.
Yeah, they do, and no one's home. Body behind the red smoke does break it open, but only the one.
A's open.
Yeah, Makaze kicks open the door through Donut. Lucky. Another nasty death for him so far on this second half. And the bomb will be planted. Ima. Next fight for him. Body should be able to adjust and win this one out clean. Double push. Makaze up close though. Tech9's a lethal. Wonderful. Demonstrates. Gets two and gets away. Falls onto Body's shoulders to keep this team in it. This is not the one. Smoke on Donut. Damage inflicted. One more bullet will do it. You could kill him with a paperclip. NAVI seeming set to collect. That bomb ticking in their favor, and 3D Max's map pick of Ancient falls through their fingers. NAVI defending champs up 1-0.
Yeah, strong start. They get the pistol, they get the first rifle round, but it's that
high-flying performance of Makaze. 3D Max's pick slips through their fingers, and I will remind you, it bears repeating, that there is elimination at stake. Day one, game one, and it could be the end for 3D Max. In fact, it kind of feels like it's gonna be, right?
Well, yeah, coming into this, they were definitely not the favorites by any stretch of the imagination, and it feels like they're one of the teams who, while it feels like they'll be secure for the major, are definitely continuing a bit of a downward spiral. Game Legion versus Mongols. Map 1 is concluded over there. They've got Inferno and Ancient coming up next if they need it, so you can check out all that action as well. But let's get into things. Pistol round, CT side start. And a joust down middle, netting in nothing. Now take a look at the U2 on the right-hand side of your screen for the T. Smokes, a couple of flashes, and a HE for good measure. So, the early stage of this, NAVI just want to understand what type of setup 3D Max are working with.
Yeah, for example here, Ima and Bit are going to be able to call that Apps is completely unoccupied momentarily.
So the fact that they've already dropped out a top mid smoke this early into the round without a level of pressure. Oh, Maka, that's unfortunate timing. Does get to live to tell the tale. Now, this is all about the three-man B stack for 3D Max. They are hoping that the B finish does come in. And with two smokes, the flashes and the HE, that would be a good spot to use that util. Now we have a couple of options. You go up B, you execute with the Ruins and a CT smoke, or you head A, you get a long smoke and a moto.
So I don't know if he's going to throw it, but Body currently has this really geeky flash lineup that's going to land in front of Lucky's pillar. It's going to land just perfectly to not blind Lucky into the little cubby in front of this pillar.
The problem with this is they don't have that third man as the beacon. There's a fight towards long. Bit kicking up a bit of a fuss,
nice
goes
find.
down, and now here comes the B play.
Yeah, let's see how far that body flash gets him. Is it well timed? Makaze turns the first, the second does connect. Makaze down, controlled by Lucky. He's running light on ammo, and now up to Body, up to Bat. Just the one and a 2v3. Alexi gets that bomb planted with just a couple of seconds to spare. Rotations coming through. Mac is quick to this. He's made no secret of this, and Im is happy to take the duel down to 22.
And he's pinned in.
Should be overrun here. Alexi's going to have an awful lot to do from this Coffin's position, and so he fights just the one. It will be 3D Max starting in the same way they did Ancient, a collect of the pistol.
That's where if you're Alexi, you probably want him to be a little bit more selfish in that situation, right? You see him right there, he jumps up, he tries to take the fight to bail out the pressure that's going to be applied on Ima, but realistically, Alexi is going to have to clutch that out. So the bomb does get planted. This will allow them to go for quite a strong T-side force bite. There should be a couple of Galils in the mix. Speaking of a couple, they've actually opted for a little bit more utility than firepower. So, one Galil, two Mac-10s, a Deagle, and a Tech-9 with the util. Now, makes sense. It's Inferno. Unless they were just going to sit and wait out the early onslaught. They will need some nades to try and contend for positional control.
Flash and go. Body. He's trying to keep fighting, and actually, you know what? Significant amount of damage dealt to those daring to ask for an early biff on Banana. Makaze goes down, Alexi B wounded. They're trying to turn up the heat. Oh, and Mac is in trouble. Had his bell rung. Exercise spotted on the balcony. Throws out his incendiary, but the site is under so much pressure. Second round looking like it could be Navi's. Lexi to plant. Bits already burrowed into Graveyard. Even a cheeky Molotov still available for Alexi in this now retake for 3D Max. Kit on body.
Gonna give this one a look. The smoke on Lucky. Not really gonna help them out too much. They need to break into the site. Oh, timing.
Oh, that does not look good for Wonderful. Very unlucky.
Now they'll be in.
Yeah, they should be. Bit on pit now. Powerful angle for him, knows what he's doing, but Alexi B gets pantsed. It doesn't matter if he comes up clutch. 1v3 very swiftly, becomes the 1v1. He goes with a knife out to try and pull him away. No kit in time. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Navi's second round is theirs.
Oh, okay. Well, you think Wonderful in that situation is going to be having to apologize for the round loss after giving that one away for free, but great little moment there from Bit in the back of pit. Oh, man, that's so frustrating for Wonderful, isn't it?
What's crazy is if he's doing less there, he's perfect.
Exactly. That's trying to patrol that gap, gets caught.
Let's go. Exhausted is bit.
Well, that's better than winning the pistol, especially if they can convert this next one. Lucky does hold on to the FAMAS, the kit, the armor, the smoke. That's all good. He can
silver linings, I guess.
They can drop another FAMAS. So I always ask the question, Alex, what's better than one FAMAS?
Well, probably two.
Especially at this stage of the game. So
yeah, that's a really rough round to lose. Very nice little pace change. I do think Mac has had a real slow start here at EWC, and you talked about it right at the start. You said there is no room for these slip-up rounds. You can't be losing second round force spines if you want to be making a run in this single elimination 16-team 5-day tournament.
Yeah, this is the real problem, right? MR12 and single elimination.
Yeah, right. A recipe for you can't be losing second rounds.
Oh, they can maybe
force spies, to be specific.
Wipe that away if they can contend for economic control. This will be a tough one to win. They've already lost banana control within the early exchange.
Yeah, that is already going to be a lot of pressure in the uncertainty for the CT side. I guess a gamble is in order.
And if Alexi does just call a B hit, right, which I think would be, I was going to say unlikely without the probe. So they show presence, a smoke dropped, a nade lands. Now, if they do pivot back towards A, as highlighted by the Obs team, you can see this set up in the boiler and halls, and, well, now that's been noted. So Bit thinks exercise. They will have to start rescinding from these positions as they do back off. They are migrating now. They're French. On the move to the B bomb site.
A full rotation. Will there be an A probe at 43?
And they just dropped another smoke as well. So I think it becomes tougher to go A because you've seen the Halls presence, right? You had that exchange against Exercise. You're thinking if we do go back towards A, we definitely can't go Halls or Boiler. Now more pressure, now spam through. There's still a chance to pull the plug, but it'll have to be now.
Yeah, they commit through to see how many bodies are on the other side of that smoke, and I think they've worked it out. Yeah, pivot. Straight to the unguarded A site. They've managed to pull it perfectly down to the wire. Look at the time.
Yeah, they don't know how safe they are. The site's completely empty. You don't have to worry about anything whatsoever. The rotation is all in vain. 3D Max, hold on to your goods, and we'll go again into the next. Or we'll get planted. Seconds to spare. But that's the sign of a good team, right?
Yeah.
Is the fact that you do leave the door open for other options. You'll see other teams who are not of the same caliber who will be all in that scenario and have no way back. And the fact that NAVI do give themselves that opportunity and then they're able to avert the stack in this scenario, that's a good sign.
Yeah, and I really like that it's Alexi B. You know, it's certainly like a captain's move to be pushing into B, pushing the limits to try and get that info for your team to educate on your finish, even if it was right down to the wire. I'm sure the team has like a number in their head or like that they've in their practice sessions where it's like, we can still go back to A from banana, from half wall at this time.
Oh, yeah, down to the margins, I'd say.
Calculated. So they will get another bite, right?
Yeah, and look, they don't have to invest anything behind this now. They can go buying into the next round of play. So the CT is 2 FAMASes, 5 7s, deadly, but they are lacking Util. And the thing is, you go, oh, you know, a smoke or an extra flash would be great here, but you can't justify it. You have to just rock what you have right now, and then maybe that means you need to be more in or direct on your opening CT gambit. So how are you meant to contend Banana, right? If they molly car, what do? Like, you can't extinguish it.
True. Just have to concede the space or go for a fallen boost and hope you get a quick... Hang on. Yeah, no, you don't, actually. And you evade a very chunky nade.
Yeah, probably a good thing.
Oof, that could have gone horribly wrong. Okay, so an alternative boost is erected.
This is the problem, though. At the top level, when we're talking about these teams, he might even pre-aim this. Let's see. How well drilled? Ah, yep.
Another nade.
Is there even a nade? Well, this is it, right? You go through the theory. What are the options available with these type of buys? And you're looking to eliminate all of them. And now they're waltzing in on a completely different timing. There won't even be the opportunities stack. They're layering you into the site as Makazi's already in pool.
Yeah, and he's got nothing, absolutely nothing to report. He knows the site's clear now, clears out Dark, clears out New Box, jobs are good. And is this really going to be another 5-man save from the CT side? So,
look, the armor is very valuable.
Yeah, sure.
Right? So, and next round you do want to have full nades for your first gun round. So, on some maps, I probably wouldn't justify this type of a decision, but on Inferno, I would. Now, you could say, okay, well, make sure you go for exits, you try and get some AKs or do some damage. That conversation could be had, but there's a couple of Mach 10s, it's Galils, there's only one AK on bit, so realistically, a Galil is equal to an M4, essentially. Okay, exercise. And nothing for his troubles. Makazi will mop him up.
An extra $600. Wow, Navi, I mean, this is just smooth sailing. Alexi's got to be feeling very good as at the start of an T-side Inferno. The fact that you've managed to find the unguarded site and lead to heavy saves from 3D Max. They haven't even really had a go.
Well, just to, I don't want to build upon, I just want to take a nugget from the desk in terms of talking about, you know, is this type of an NAVI one that we can see contending for trophies? Because at the moment, the conversation was coming into the season Vitality. Now, look, they've lost in semi-finals. It's not like they got blown out in groups. They're still in the conversation, of course. Spirit are up there, right? The Mongols made a final, Mao's made a final.
Yep.
Now, they both went missing in said finals.
Yeah,
so that's your top 4.
Okay, Body, you've got 50 HP and no way out. You've just, lost your life to a drive-by. Makaze. Naughty on the Mach 10. Lucky a response. Goes for a little bit of a burst. Finds the head of Wonderful. Lexi B to be boosted up. A Gravity making no secret of his position. And it should be a free frag. Okay, Alexi takes the site. Round done.
It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? You'd love to have a competitive... Like, imagine your 3D Max. You fly all the way out here.
Yeah, right.
You get 2-0'd, you go home.
I actually think they'll have spent more time
on the
doing their media.
Oh, yeah.
And doing their media day than they have in their first game day.
Well, this is the thing. We don't have too many tournaments in Counter-Strike that are single elimination. We just had Blast Bounty, which is, but it starts online, 32 teams. You boil it down to your final 8 to venture into the LAN. Here we have 16 teams on LAN. We had only one team that came through, I want to call it an external qualification. That was ACL. That was where we were able to pick up Tai Lu at this event. But everybody else was based off of VRS invitations. And we've got 1.25 million. Obviously, for certain organizations, the Club Championship for EWC is a massive deal. We have Falcons currently at the top of that leading the charge. But if they lose to G2 tomorrow, a whole conversation begins. Has that given enough leeway to Vitality or Liquid, who are playing each other today?
Yeah, I've actually got it up on screen. 4,200 CC points for Liquid, so trailing Falcons only by 4.
That's the problem for Liquid, though, isn't it? Right? Like, their Counter-Strike team up against Vitality, they're not favored to win.
No, of course not. But as you've highlighted, multiple times, a win there for Liquid kind of it's a very, very important game for them.
A great job from Alexi. Doubles up. And as we mentioned, round over.
We were eating so many
Okay.
So many flambés.
Okay, I see.
Talking about dinner last night.
But we were eating so many flashes. So is he saying we were lucky to get away with that?
Perhaps.
Either way, back into things, saved AWP.
Yeah, and it does seem like this banana-centric focus from NAVI is going to be rustled by Body, burning down to 44. Wins his duel versus Makaze, though. Block smoke, and this 3-man star on the B side seems to be paying dividends.
For now.
for now. Looks like Bits being activated to start claiming some of the apartment control. Naka on mid. Actually throws the incendiary to buy time for his rotation around.
Alexi doing a lot of talking right now. One of the things that I'm liking about having all these cams on HUD all the time is that you're able to see who is calling in the mid-rounds.
Yes.
You can literally see the mouths moving, regardless of which POV we're on. So keep your eyes on that. So one play towards top banana. That is going to be wonderful. Has a smoke. And is going to use it right now to just keep some boots planted. But he's still on this boost. He will have vision over that. So that's going to determine who plays first. Well, neither will have to play by the looks of things. 30 seconds left. Over towards the balcony, Exercise. In the sight, Lucky low HP.
I feel like Exercise needs to be able to catch this one. He reports to Maka. Maka will have his attention drawn. Shaw and App simultaneously here from Na'Vi. Oh, good pathing, but Maka gets him. Channeled into the meat grinder here. Wonderful. Just the exception. 2 is great. 3 is exceptional. Hold on. Oh. Takes it out. Body swings on through. He doesn't have the time to win the round. Oh, it was valiant from Wonderful. Makes something out of nothing there, but just a little less time than he had to play with.
Yeah, look, you can see...
What, 2 more seconds?
You can see the thought process there. I can hear the guy coming through, so he gets that extra kill, which actually does have some pretty decent ramifications to this next CT buy.
8, 7, yeah. I mean, maybe a default plant, but the fact he just planted where he picked it up.
You can't, like, this is the thing as well. Planting open in that situation, it's so risky. But look, they're lacking util on the CT side. He's done so much damage.
Here we go. Well, in the absence of nades, we use bodies. Quite literally, here he comes, and there goes Makaze. Boom. Maka builds upon it. Lovely start for the CT side. 3D Max trying to hold on. Double take from him. I couldn't believe how free that one was. And Maka doesn't even elect to pull the trigger there. Slow to react to Alexi B's util, comes forward and nails it. Double kill from the sniper of 3D Max, and maybe even a third on the cards. He's actually, yeah, now he has him. It gets the info. Maka doesn't finish him off. Him is a threat. Him is a perpetual threat. How has Gravity and Maka gone down to just the one? Oh, 3D Max, this was your best bet at sinking your teeth into this defense here.
Well, safety first, smoke and the molly land. That'll allow the bomb to go down safely in the site. Emma on for the ace. 3 kills so far. Tucks in back pit. Looking good for it.
Yeah, throws out that flash to delay the crawl and return of Lucky. Body is coming in from that app's elevation. Wonderful, responsible. Making their move. Incendiary towards the pit side. Emma to play first. Waits for that headshot, gets his freebie. Immer's ace is denied by Wonderful, but 4 kills. Immer takes control and resuscitates hope. It goes 3v5, and 3D Max still cannot convert.
Yeah, well, I just love the response from the individuals on Na'Vi, and this is where you hope that the theory comes into play, right? Because Banana Push comes in, and then at that point they start activating and searching over towards A. Sure, Bit goes down for free. They identify where the AWP is, okay? It's porch side. Well, when you know that, long can be the gap, but it actually wasn't. There's already a player tucked into trash. It's all just about Immer catching that timing, Exercise not ready for that little leap up, and it all falls apart because the damage that Wonderful did in the previous, the ramifications felt immediately, and poor 3D Max just down to some pistols.
And Na'Vi, they know all too well what that means because they've gone for 2 Mac-10s to just take these fights willy-nilly. Exercise and Maka go down, the job is done, the round is won.
And it definitely is a choice of those Mac-10s, right? If people are not unfamiliar, take a look right-hand side of your screen. You can see the residual cash for Alexi and Bit. Both would have had more than enough to go for the AKs. So they've got 3D Max right where they would want them. This is going to be 6 rounds already. Still a massive bag available, and you brought it up during Ancient. Obviously, we're in a bit of a CT-sided meta at the moment, or at least within the early tournament since the economy change.
Chad, a lot of people have had something to say about Makaze's AK craft. It's unique, and it features your ex-team.
What don't they like about it?
It wasn't necessarily like a dislike so much as its uniqueness. As in, you know, he's really let his creativity flow.
Okay. I'm curious as to, what the inspiration is.
It's like a Vox Eminor worm.
A Vox Eminor worm.
That's at least my read of the situation.
There you have it. Just one casualty in that one, and it's a bit on one of those Mac 10, so he will gladly upgrade into the AK-47. We're getting ragdolled right now. Plenty more games of Counter-Strike coming your way today on the A and the B stream. Mongols versus Game Legion going into map 2 shortly. We've got Vitality Liquid up next with Harry and Hugo, Tyler and Astralis, FaZe Aurora, and Spirit Heroic. Those will be the matches to round out your day. And also on HLTV, for all our stats lovers out there, they've brought out 3.0.
Oh, it's here?
Apparently
it's
so.
It's arrived, okay.
Apparently so. So this is where we're getting economy-based adjustments going on. So we'll see who the eco-farmers truly are.
Okay. Keep your eyes on that.
Timeout taken, guns back out, AWP for Maka.
Is it ego or is it strategy that Bit keeps this Mac 10?
Interesting, because he's traded that with Alexi.
Right.
Because he did invest in an AK.
Perhaps he feels it favors him in this moving and shooting.
This is the only guy with head armor.
You're right, exercise, comfortable. It's still Emma on the trade though. Maka hits one with his AWP off screen. It's lucky with the chip in. Oh. Ooh, nice shot, headshot, just to guarantee that lethality. Overkill. I don't know how Maka had a jump shot on that Bit kill. I don't know if he just like slipped off a ledge as he pulled the trigger or if it was something even more ridiculous, but I did see wings affixed to that that AWP kill.
Oh.
And the Mac 10 didn't work out for Bit.
No, not at all. Again, 3D Mac's playing forward. It feels like they are ready. This should just be a matter of time. It feels like they are ready for the reaction from NAVI when they lose that banana control early, and they were giving it over in that round. There he goes. So 3 rounds now and still 6 available, which would be more than serviceable for the 3D Max boys. At least you would hope. So this AWP has been quite pesky, right? Worrying about window jump-ups, worrying about Hall's aggressions, and as he goes down in banana again. There you go.
Okay.
So was moving and grooving.
Yep.
Easy.
They're going to fight for banana this time by the looks of things.
Yeah, certainly does. Gravity and Body are going to be asking for a brawl. Wonderful Alexi B and Makaze quick up and swinging. Look at this. Confidence, conviction on display from Wonderful's AK. He's looking sharp on the rifle. Body knows he's got to do something. A USB pushing through with a smoke. Good luck, have fun. It's Makaze's round.
Now, they don't have the bomb.
I see that.
If it goes down, this is a problem.
Yes, it is. That's if exercise a free frag.
Okay, round over.
Yeah.
I kept it alive.
You did for a moment. Maka's trying as well.
Oh, it still don't have the bomb.
Oh, yeah, actually weird. Actually quite weird. Maka takes down the bomb carrier.
Emma?
Yeah, Emma was not aware.
And these two were the ones that entered B. So, you know, both of them were lusting forward early. Wonderful and Makaze both getting kills.
I have to say, I love what Maka's done there, as in he goes and glances at the potential for the wraparound. It informs him that it's likely going to be a 2-man banana return.
How has this happened? Look at Alexi shaking his head about that one. This is a bit of a fumble.
Yeah, it must have been a no comms on that.
So fortunate. Okay, caught by the timing. But a round that should have never been stressful became very much so.
Part of me wonders if like he's done enough there where he can just like let them pick up the bomb, disappear, you know, go for around the world, be in ruins if they return to B, whatever it may be. He elects to stick around where he was last seen. But yeah, Makaze, I thought this was the one that secured it. Look at that, just full unload.
Yeah, when you're the man throwing the U2, you don't really want to be the first one dying.
Ideally. Ideally.
All right, well, 4-man B start. They really want this space, 3D Max. Oh, and the call. They're just going to execute into A. This is a set piece. At least it's a direct move.
Exercise might get an early warning sign if he holds that smoke push. That's what the nade is supposed to deter. They have got through. They've got through! He's gone! 8 for NAVI, feels like a certainty off of a single kill. Imet and Bit reveal themselves, body pushes B, but the job is done, the site is lost.
These are the rounds that feel the best for an in-game leader.
Right.
Because your call has completely avoided the stack, and it was from spawn. It wasn't even info, well, it is info-based because it's how the flow of the half's been looking. So another round that looks to see some saves for 3D Max. They've had a couple of those, and Bit might have a monstrous double on the table. There's the first and the second clinical from Bit. Well, they were saving, or at least they thought they were, as it will just be the AWP and the M4. Lucky and Mac are both tucked over towards B for the interim.
Terrorists win.
3D Max, it does feel quite feeble. Defensive side being kind of ragdolled here by the calls of Alexi, as well as just the muscle of NAVI.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed the last two. Very direct, very in your face. And the ideas have just worked out perfectly.
Herkes. Nice grabbers.
Oh, they're having fun. They're having a great time.
It sounds like he's bored.
They're nice guys. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, cool, I guess.
Yeah. You do really need to win this. May I remind you one more time, there is a $500,000 for first place in this tournament, 1.25 milli, and single elimination.
Now
Like, it's quarterfinals the next round.
Exactly, right? So this is business the whole way through. Something to keep in mind, winner of this does take on the Mongols, and I say winner, well, sorry, they haven't finished their game against Gamer Legion. I got a bit far ahead of myself.
I see.
The winner of NAVI 3D Max takes on the winner of Gamer Legion Mongols.
Yes, correct.
There you go. So that's where we're at in the bracket. We're in the upper portion, where we have Vitality Liquid, Tyler Astralis as well.
I mean, even more evidence that Wonderful's rifle is feeling pretty damn good today. He's left an AWP in spawn. And Makaze sent to the Shadow Realm with a double nade to start.
You need this fourth.
You certainly do. Little bit of a cushion. Him there, back turned, and so was Macca's. Serendipitous turn.
How many rounds is this? It's just started in apartments. In a lot of these rounds, he really wants to be jarring to the default spread in RV, and he's done it again, but surely a two-man advantage is enough.
It wasn't once already in this half.
If Bit just walks into this, it's over.
Yeah, it certainly is. That's exactly what Mac is banking on. Oh, wow! That's why you're talking off the X-ray. You see what Mac is working against. Bit just absolutely puts him in a grave.
And you can see Bit's reaction, right? He's low on HP, but if there's an AWP in Halls or Boiler, Counter-Strike 101 says he shouldn't be there alone. So he gets the AWP, he posts up, waits for the reaggress. Now he's going to have to operate with that for the round finish. Now, I was going to say I hate this setup, but the fact that they have utility at the back of the site to deal with should mean this will be okay. Even if there is a molly thrown towards New Box that they can extinguish.
Yeah, I like the game plan.
But there is double nades, so if they get pinned behind the smoke, oh dear, they should double nade this.
Okay, now you know the boost, but they gave themselves something to work with behind the smoke. Body swings on, nice find into Wonderful. Alexi B returns the favor, has body low, still looking good for the 3D Max fourth. Body's looking to convert it, and so 4. It's not much, but it's something. 3D Max, they need this. Inferno for survival. We'll be right back after the break.
Apps no. He's solo. No.
Level up your gaming experience with over 8 billion playlists, only on Spotify, the official audio streaming partner for the 2025 Esports World Cup.
Single elimination and 3D Max on the ropes. NAVI taking Ancient rather convincingly, a bit of a cosmetic comeback, has the scoreline reading 13-10 in that map loss. Now we find ourselves in NAVI's turf, and it certainly felt that way in the first half of Inferno. 8-4, an important fourth picked up in the final round of the first half of our second map here in the first game of our first day at the Esports World Cup.
That's a lot of numbers. And speaking of numbers, NAVI just need, what is it, 5 more? That's some quick maths for everybody playing at home.
Slow down. Let me keep up.
Now, 4-player ace start for NAVI on the defense. One long side. That is going to be none other than Wonderful. And this porch setup that you can see highlighted here. So if there is a mid-play, there are a lot of bodies to munch down hard on this.
Yeah, it does look like it's the perfect setup. Wonderful, tucked, bit the same. Makaze acting like he's on his own. But no overcommitment just yet.
The thing is, if nothing comes, they'll just re-clear. As soon as there's any noise elsewhere, they'll, well, not even noise.
Here they come, Makaze into Maka. Nice find from Maka's P250, but put down, and NAVI have the edge thanks to Wonderful. Body's gone, Exercise trying to claw something back, but here comes the support. Imet gets the job done. Gravity and Lucky, 2-on-4. Bomb to be retrieved at the bare minimum, they'll get that done.
Does always just feel NAVI one step ahead.
Yeah, it does.
2v3 for the A finish, need some tidy shots. Oh.
Bit's got some.
Yep, and Gravity ain't winning this. 1v4. Scores on the door, it's 9-4. It's tough.
3D Max support.
I do like the watermark, though, on their notes. That's maybe the highlight for 3D Max right now.
Well, you've got to find something. As Maka did, but that was about all they had in that pistol. Step ahead, stacking A. XCB certainly had his NAVI boys moving and grooving to the same tune today. What is this? A well. 3 Tech 9s, 2 Mac 10s walk into a round. We'll find out if it's a joke. Just a moment.
Okay, fast apps. Bit with an M4.
Oh my god, they're going to run through it! They're asking questions of Bit! This is on Inferno, in apartments, versus Bit, and you ask questions of him immediately. What are you doing? Wonderful's got him cooked here, they're running him down. And he actually gets overwhelmed. They know Bit's low. He has the bomb, though. Weird one. He kind of has to give it to them. It's not a fight he can win.
Have a look at his teammates.
Oh, yeah, they're all here.
You are now boxed in, so you can finish A. Oh, no, you will finish A.
Yes, that decision's been made for you. Oh, Well,
Spotted,
Alexi,
yeah.
There's a little bit of leg and some significant damage dealt to both Imet and Alexi.
This one's on now.
It really is. I mean, this is just to keep hope alive. Jumping straight in, gives it a go. Body's got him cooked, and now Alexi and Makaze having a go. Makaze making no secret of his presence. Body hears him above him. Angle held by supportive teammates. A nice headshot from Body. His mechanics have been sharp throughout. And Makaze gives it a good go. But that's 3D Max taking a little bit of a glimmer of hope. And all thanks to Body, who has really been at the top of the tables consistently. Top of Ancient. You can see he's G'ing up his boys. Individually strong is Body.
Okay, so we get to reflect a little bit on what happened within that first half of play.
That guy got sent to the moon.
Ow. You did have 3D Max win the CT side pistol, but lose the follow-up force.
Oh, va enculer ma M4.
Was that?
I just know what one of those words means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like intercourse.
Ah, okay. Well, as long as he's having a good time. So NAVI were able to avoid the stack.
Oh.
3D Max are running into
Whoa, he's quick. Mako, quick on the mantle. It's Body, quick on the trade. Finds Imet at least, and oh wow, fully flashed. He catches Makaze pushing through. Exercise a nice dunk. And that is all she wrote.
Okay, so looking like we're getting some similar patterns of rounds from half to half, as well, NAVI won't be keeping all 5 alive for the save. It'll just be the Ukrainians bit and wonderful to hold on to their pistol upgrades. And then in the next NAVI, we'll have to take a save behind these before the guns can come out. So the scoreline likely to be 9-7, making it a 2-round game, which it has felt quite dominant, but the scoreline not really reading that way. And with map number 1, it was a 13-10.
Right. That
could have gone further because it was a low buy, a half buy from NAVI late in the piece that ended up being the game winner.
I will remind everyone, this would be a T-side comeback on top of that being said. I mean, this is it's a big ask from 3D Max, but this is exactly what you needed, right? You need to be converting that second round Tech-9s into A. This one as well.
It just felt so unlikely, didn't it? Because it's a 3v5. Yeah. And you're stuck on the site. You didn't have the bomb. Fortunately, a lot of damage was done to Bit, so it did make it more possible. And yeah, Body just continuing to find strong output. Frustrations for Makaze on the replay. So the flash to try and set up these pistols. Emma will start over towards A. The rest will be residing tucked in at B. Now, I don't think there's too much of a rush. You know that it is going to be just the residuals, or that is the most likely outcome. Double smoke ruins.
Just to be sure.
Well, they're sure that there's quite a few players on the side, aren't they? It has to come down to the sidearm. Body will eventually finish Bit. Now Alexi tracking all these steps. Doesn't risk the smoke push. Any damage would be good. Seems unlikely with just these USPs. Bomb will get planted now. So being quite safe about it is Gravity. Next rifle round will determine if there is a comeback available or not. So all 5 staying alive. Lots of residual cash now to work with for 3D Max for extra buys. Alexi straight into an MP9 and Makaze with a FAMAS. This just shows you the preference for utility. See if the two of them combined are able to grab the banana control, or if it's even the opening move. No timeouts taken. No coaches trying to take the wheel. 3 players starting towards B. Wonderful, dropping the deep banana smoke. Will join Bit on A, and they want to fight for this.
Here we go. Early brawl. And Imet, Makaze combined. Lucky does manage to put Imet down, but it's Makaze that's standing his ground. As it's Lucky punishing with the double. Still presence on B. Alexi B feeling pressure now. Very high pressure. Swings on out, gets spotted out. Lucky has got some support, doesn't need it. A one-man army into B with the triple.
Okay, well, Exercise has gone down second mid, so this is now a 3v2 situation. Not impossible, but still very difficult. And conventional Counter-Strike would say save. That's now what we see unfolding. So the Banana defense felt like it started okay. Definitely didn't end that way. Lucky with the peek off the back of the HE. Makazi thinking it was a flash. Or was it Immer? Regardless.
Yeah, I think it was Makazi.
Caught looking the wrong way. Okay, well, back on.
It is.
9-8, a competitive affair on Inferno.
And no surprise that it comes with the synergies of Body and Maka at the top of the table. Complete, I mean, sure, Body was on for map one. Maka the opposite, though, so it's good to see that he's found his legs. Necessary in such a brutal format. Can't have two bad maps. Looks like the vibes are high. Yuno trying to keep his boys happy. And this is it. So you can see that Imit does go down to Lucky. It's the second one from Lucky, catching Makazi, turning the HE.
Yeah, I think I like the confidence that we're seeing from the individuals of three. I want to catch the comms, right?
Yeah,
I don't speak French, but yeah, I really enjoy the confidence we're seeing with the swings and the type of fights that they're looking for. Second tack. So played in between Alexi and Makazi. This is likely about the Banana defense. Now they could drop guns. Wonderful and Bit could send some M4s across, but as you can see with this economy heads-up display we've got on screen, it looks like 5-7 upgrades for Makazi and Immer. Alexi likely to get into something light as well. So is this timeout all about the next rifle round? You really want to just get some kills and force the rebuys for 3D Max going forward. Try and just apply a little bit of pressure, because in the second half so far, in this spree of rounds, they've only lost a total of, what are we looking at here? 6 casualties in 4 rounds, so they have been able to start building a bed of finances. But if you continue that type of pace against this type of buy, you might trip up.
It's a big one. Bit anti-flash tucked into Boiler.
This is where a 3/4 smoke long, right? When you don't have mid control, it doesn't mean anything.
Ooh, Gravity gets the info safely, but still swings into Bit's headshot. A second asking too much. Exercise an important one back. Heads starting to roll when Bit gets that weapon in his hand.
Trying to do it maybe a little bit too much there, Bit. One was good, could have reset. Now we go 4v4.
They are coming, though.
Yeah, they can lock this down. They're AWP to lead.
Ooh, he's very vulnerable, susceptible. Here's the swing, tucks on in. Wonderful, not desperate for the fight. Has Imin now in support. The gap being that long ramp, soon to be held by the library side. Lexi B, oh, he's hearing this.
Oh.
The rapping. Relays the information. They're coming library side. Alexi B a chance. Not a favorable one. Good find from Lucky. Catches the response. And now Makaze, he's in so much trouble. They're going to be coming in from both sides.
This. Yeah, didn't have a choice. Had to do that.
Yeah. I don't know what 5-7's supposed to do. That was a quick headshot.
All right, get a gun and hold on to it.
Yeah.
That's an AK-47 as...
Just making sure it's still working.
Yeah, well, that did give over exactly where he was. So Maka getting the kill, best case, worst case giving over the AWP for free.
Ships in the night. Maka's in pursuit of where that sound was. And in the meantime, him has managed to get himself all the way down second mid towards T-spawn.
We're all tied up.
Body, the likelihood of him going any deeper is very, very low. Yeah, I know, right? He actually...
It's so close.
Could have denied.
Go back, Emma. You'll probably see him this time. All right, so an AK retained. We are talking 5 consecutive rounds. That is the most for anybody in this match so far. One that looked like it was, well, quite perilsome at moments. Like, there's the first. Didn't have to go for the second, but knows that his team don't have the best to buy across the board, so wants to make the play.
Yeah, it was just that little spree at the end there. Score at one point rated 6-2 in favor of Na'Vi in that first half, and an 8-4 becoming 9-9. 3D Max, they're putting up a fight. Tournament life on the line. Lucky forced forward by the Flame. Early banana biff, wonderful up close. Combat AWPing here required, and it's actually the nade that finishes off what Alexi B had started. Mikaze draws first blood with the HE.
It blocks towards top middle as well, so the reaction...
He's back at pushing the mid-smoke. He's in it as it fades.
It's fading now. Oh, he's ready for this boost. Wonderful. At least he was.
Oof, he loses his teammate. Mikaze can't quite believe his luck. Straight headshot from body, but immediate trade. Maka working towards his A site. Bit gets the info. Throws out a nade, a little bit of damage. Theirs does a whole lot more. Bit is in trouble and strife. 16, all he has to work with. Tries to find a safe haven, and it works out. Baits them in. Imet receives. Awkward now for 3D Max. Bomb is miles away. He's trying to amplify the pressure. The bomb's still on T steps, as Bit miraculously still lives.
See, Gravity thinks there's someone on site. With that type of a smoke...
Oh, but he can actually kind of worm through it.
Yeah, but he's going to have to worry about so many angles. He should be dead. He's been able to slip in. There's no smoke for CT spawn.
Yeah, and that smoke's not going to be sufficient to stop that AWP.
Oh, they pick one up.
Damage, and the smoke does work. It just arrives in time. Maka leg shot. Lives on. Gets that bomb planted. 2 on 4. Is there really a conversation to be had about more? Maka removes. Wonderful. Alexi B unable to provide assistance. Starts to dip away, starts to reposition, trying to get away from the Ruins line. They're coming quick, he's ready, he's in the open. Alexi B spots him out with the shoulder peek. Still the unknown entity lingers on site. Is Gravity side by side actually towards Car. They've cleared out the site, they confirm it's likely double banana. Smoke on the bomb makes things awkward, especially for an AWP, but not if he hits him just pre-bloom. Swaps out to the M4, can he deny? Maka's coming up clutch, going absolutely massive. 3D Max will take it. They keep the wins flowing, turning the tables. A clutch indeed. 10 first for 3D Max.
That one is going to leave a bit of a mark. Na'Vi are not going to be happy with that whatsoever. That is now 6 consecutive rounds. That is the first one that felt like Na'Vi had a real shot at contesting, and it started so well. I can watch this one back again. So just running in, Exercise not ready for Imma whatsoever. This one makes it such a huge deal because it slows down the retake, and the fact they both get the reposition off the banana. That defuse starts coming in, the spam through the smoke is beautiful, and at this point, no time, no chance. And double digits found first by the French.
Holy, yeah, we got a game here, folks. Thought the 8-4 bar was set too high, but 3D Max, they disagree. That one really, really hurts Mikaze. Max damage. Oh, and hang on a second, 2 is better than 1. Double nade onto Lucky, has him low. This is a lot of space early for a T side. Gravity and Exercise going to be boosting up for the fade, trying to catch the return of Imet.
Don't have banana control, don't have brackets control, so interesting to see if they do play for info, but it looks like 3D Max will move first.
They draw attention short side. No one's looking at long. Imet pulled away from that by that Maka util. And it's enabled this wrap to be pretty potent. Body and Gravity to swing into Imet. That's a good find from Bit, but Gravity, that's even better. Instant deletion. Gravity doing everything, put it in a shift for his boys. Triple kill from Gravity, securing the A site.
And it's a FAMAS and an MP9. I don't know if you really want to be holding on to these. Alexi, it's felt like a long time since he's had a frag. Mikaze hasn't had too many either, just up to 9 now. So the B defense on retake, that's where this is on hard mode. So they are going to look to retain what they brought in. Loss bonus obviously maxed out. But I think that you have to... Oh, your choice right now for Na'Vi is Wonderful can go into an M4. Alexi and Mikaze can drop something, so they can buy, but it's not going to be pretty. So your choice is buy in again and lack everything for a quote-unquote full gun round.
Right.
And essentially give over... no, you don't give it. You fight to make sure they don't get to 12, or you take a partial and give over 12, and then have to battle back with 3 of your own just to force it into overtime. So it's not the best choice available.
I mean, that second round was just the beginning of the end. NAVI, they won the CT pistol. That put them up 9-4.
It was a 3v5 as well.
It's been one-way traffic. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so they are going to take a partial investment behind the safes because they understand that, hey, we might want that AWP, we need the M4s, and we need all the utility. And we couldn't have had all of that if we invested right now. So 3D Max have been given their best opportunity to find 12 right now by this investment choice.
Yeah, but a slip-up versus Bit could have been the end instead. He gets nothing for his troubles. His teammates flashed off. Wonderful gets absolutely the same treatment.
And the round's over at a minute 30.
That's right.
Okay. Well, they're cooking now. They are playing this more crash and bang aggressive style, and they're making it work.
Letting Gravity off the leash for that one.
I just think when you recount some of these T-side rounds, right? The 3v5 loss, second round of the second half. Then you've had the 2v4, I think it was.
The Maka,
and the Gravity finish, the Maka clutch. Then Gravity bows them out with a massive 3K wrapping from that arch side. And then you smatter in some easier rounds to deal with, which they've handled with aggression as opposed to NAVI, which we're talking about late rotations, keeping the door open. And now it needs to be 3 consecutive rounds. That's just for overtime.
Tough for Bit to track that. Too many targets. Didn't have that first bullet accuracy he would have needed to find the multi.
So they have been able to get M4s, the wonderful AWP, and full util, barring one nade on Bit and one on Imma. Got plenty of kits. Most of them have head armor. It's not really going to matter against the AKs. Blade's last orders issued. But this T-side, because of this haul of rounds, they have enough money to buy out the remainder of regulation. And then once they make it to overtime, they're going to have cash to splash again. So 3D Max, they're in the driver's seat.
Let's see if they can put this one into third. Nice shot, Maka. Oh, he just wants it more than they do. Makaze and Alexi B brought to their knees. And Maka should be traded here. Where is it? There it is, provided by Body to secure it. Nuke awaits. Bit and Wonderful tasked with what most would consider an impossible retake. A 2-on-4 smoked off on the CT side. This is their chance. You would have loved a clean smoke break, a miss thrown from Wonderful and a replenish of the smoke.
Oh, this is punishment, isn't it? You pick Inferno. This is the map you played back at the Austin Major Blast TV 2025. Best of one. It went 16-14. Well, this time it's about to go 13-9. 3D Max are going to push this one the distance. Nuke is mere moments away. Wonderful try, as you might, son, but this is great. 3D Max still looking themselves with a style of Counter-Strike in their face. Aggression, clutch play, annoying AWP moves from Maka throughout that CT side. But you're going to be very happy with that, because now the pressure on the reigning champs at EWC, NAVI, it's going to be a team talk that's going to need to pull their socks up.
That's 3D Max and NAVI on Nuke could be more of the same that we just witnessed on Inferno. Rather intense, both teams taking their opponent's map pick.
Yeah, I think when we take a look at it, Yanko's saying that the T-sides for NAVI back in Cologne not great as far as Nuke is concerned. Well, the last time they played it was at Bounty. Sure, it was online, and they lost to Astralis 13-2, starting on the CT side, only getting 2 rounds.
On the CT side.
Yeah.
Oof.
So, some problems, some might say.
Good T-side would be nice then. A T-pistol would be even better. Wonderful has been dispatched to go searching yard with his P250. And Body, happy to oblige. USP versus P250, a fair fight. Gravity in Heaven does hit his with the P2000. Dips down and actually gets put down by Bit. That sounded spicy, just a quick burst to the head.
There's another one.
Yeah, freebie as well. Lucky clear in lobby. Imma, patience rewarded now. Exercise. Finds himself in the fading main smoke and just walking to his inevitable demise. Perhaps not immediately. He does tap onto Wonderful. That was the bomb just hidden by Unbreakable there. Lexi B not making any moves too quick. They know they've lost this Heaven control. Maka from ramp is going to try and regain some of it and trying to avoid those two pesky Glocks. Bit actually with the scavenged P2000.
All right, well, into A. Bomb will go down.
Will it, though? Will it, though? Exercise gets it denied. Lovely output.
You know where Maka is. Only way is up, ramp, or vent.
And it's Vents, quick and very efficient. Now, should be okay with him as support from Heaven, just not wanting to overextend, allow these duels to be isolated. That's when things get awkward. Bit now being overrun, but support from him should arrive. Maka trying as hard as he might to make the clutch happen. It's Bit's round, though. Quad kill to start.
That is going to be 3 pistols for NAVI out of the 5 played so far. Each map we have split the pistols, so we'll see if that continues, and that's an awful lot of rounds away. This one here, so Gravity launches himself off the ladder into his demise. Wanted to rotate quickly away from the Heavens. Great work from Bit. I think it's a little bit confusing in that situation because Imma was committed to that fight, and I think that Bit didn't realize it because he ran all the way around the site to swing the same side as Imma was continuing the duel, but it is going to be a force out of 3D Max. UMP, Thamus, MP9, a Deagle, and a 5-7. Everyone's got something different.
Yeah, Body, this is a perfect fight and perfect aim. He tracks the jumping Bit. Wonderful response. Forced away by the Flame, looking like they're going to be applying pressure towards B site early.
2 players down here early. This is a great chance.
Yeah, Makazi's actually getting kind of wrapped upon. Good turn. Maka unable to hit their Deagle headshot. They clear him out towards Astralis, and the round simmers on out.
Oh, no.
That was a real chance. Low HP as well, just needed the bullet. Like a single bullet would have been fine there.
Felt like Lucky's had a few of those moments throughout this game.
Yeah.
Going well exercise to save the Thamus, and this time we won't have the Force Bite falling through the fingers to start off. Inferno. That was on display, and that's where things started so right and then oh so wrong for NAVI. So 2-0 with 3. A likelihood coming up next, especially if they take this away. No, Exercise won't make the same mistake as Lucky did.
What is that?
Oh, I think he's checking. Yeah, no, it was my mouse sensor. Sorry, Alexi. I hit my keyboard.
I mean, yeah, you kind of, you got to laugh. You have to laugh. The alternative is not so fun.
I'm curious to see what did happen in that situation, though, because he immediately reached over the table and grabbed a cable or something. What have you done that for?
Cheeky left.
Where's he gone looking?
Do you know, I want to see Blade's face. That's what I want to see. He's not going to be happy with that. I mean, let's not forget, this is a really big deal. You're in the 3rd map. You thought this was a shoo-in. You thought this was going to be leisurely. Body's Desert Eagle. It's going to be hard to get much output from him. Just unarmored for the majority.
Same approach, though. Ramp pressure, take the control. This time, I don't know if somebody been able to slip down either through the vents or secret. It is going to be quite a heavy lobby presence. Now, Maka has taken away a lot of space from them. They've heavily rotated down towards B, expecting it to be more of the same, and he gets caught. Makazi onto Maka, and now they can just look for the finish. Near util available for the T side. A smoke towards main. They have no idea where 3D Max are, but as we can see, the top site is completely unfortified. Just that one lingering piece of Lucky on the upper deck. Everybody else resides on B at the moment, so this round is as good as done. The Gamer Legion versus Mongols game did come to its conclusion. You would have seen that ending over there during the death segment with Darth Mike, Yanko, and Jason Moses O'Toole. Oh, Bit. Oh, boys.
So we've had knife kills and self nades.
If he gets away.
It was all part of his master plan.
What's going on?
Oh, dear. Well, Exercise, he did have a FAMAS and Kevlar. He did. Oh, there's some revenge. Lucky, maybe you can save it for him. The The bomb is not too generous, but he'll be able to get back, and the FAMAS comes through.
Okay, well, best of a
Yay.
interesting situation.
It's early, I guess. 3-0 start. We've had knives, we've had nades, we've had it all.
Those in the VOD review are the ones where you go, well, that happens.
And then, understandably, Exercise gets this bloodlust, and it actually results in him slipping through the smoke and getting away. Okay, all right, guns out, let's go. Maka on his AWP, yet to see him in the kill feed map 3. Be a dream start to the first gunny if your Orpa finds something yard early. Protocol nades and the wall erected.
Yeah, so this is a little extra smoke that Navi like to flirt with. It gives them a few more options. They're able to path through this, either go into main, head in towards credit card, pop out of Unbreakable in towards warehouse. It's just options are plenty as Gravity removes one from Alexi. Slips into lobby, finds a frag, and Bit's actually going to allow the smokes to fade.
And he's just in the open. Maka not on it.
So now I think Makazi has to look for a fight to force a rotation. How much info can he gather? Well, making steps, Orb goes wide, takes down Bit, 3v5. Make it 2.
Make it 1.
Make it what's about to be none.
And the 4th attempt at making it 1. That's lovely.
That's a very strong opening CT side rifle round right there. I love the response from Gravity with those yard smokes. So able to slip into lobby, find the opening incision. He knows that space is being taken elsewhere, and that's cheeky. So Alexi. Okay. They did see the bomb going. I assume he was going to say ramp. Lots of breathing.
Yeah.
Still good to see they are keeping that up.
This is a staple on CT aggression playbook.
But it's interesting, in 2 rounds in a row, they've gone for lobby aggression out the gates, like almost premeditated.
Imet just flew up the ladder.
Look at this space for body.
This is monstrous and completely unspotted. I say that. Yeah, he has sailed through. Imet might spot him now, and it's going to feel like he's just walked out hurt.
Surely you feel like you've gotten away with murder.
Hello.
Okay.
Imet's roof.
So
info.
now you know everyone else's yard.
Kaze wins his duel. Pressure applied to that B site by Makaze, dropping into the vents, but he's not scared. He should be. Presents his bottom.
Because of Lucky's position.
Okay, I like that he's opened the door and slowing it down. Throws out an additional smoke to work around. As an Orpa, that's uncomfortable. Lucky, however, very comfortable. Removes him. And now we have Navi trying to access that A site, and it is wide open for the taking.
All right, chuck that bomb across, watching Secret. Wonder if we should have this one dead to rights.
Yeah, you'd think so, right? Or not! Unnecessarily showboating with the unzoom. Back in his aim on the quick scope. Good for those, typically. Still not out of the woods yet. Navi looking to try and quickly return to their winning ways. However, Gravity has something to say. Gets them both down. 3D Max, 2 consecutive.
Oh, I felt like they had fumbled that after all the early space and information. You knew that everybody had to be towards outside, so where else could they be? They charge down Secret. They take those jewels based off Emma screaming for information. They're in lobby. They're in lobby. So Lucky maybe finding some fortune.
Oh, fuck, shit. Vents, and main. One coming main.
What?
Yeah, okay. Well,
What's the logic on not wanting to zoom in there? I'm trying to think, like, what did he? Could someone be close Unbreakable main and he didn't want to make the sound cue?
this is the thing, right? He doesn't know that a player is definitely coming up secret.
Sure.
He's just tasked with holding it, and I also think the player steps out and you're watching it, but not actively watching it, if that makes sense.
It does, it does.
And you can see there with his frustrations, the fact that he's cussing himself out before he's actually comming.
Yes.
He's definitely very upset with how that one unfolded.
Yeah, well, I understand. Because it's put them in this position where everyone's just picked their favorite pistol. And you've gone for an eco. Exercise could have a massive multi-kill here. Alexi B slipping through the smoke, maybe, is a threat. Nice from Makaze's dig. And now Ime with the chip in. Lucky stubborn. Pushes back through, but it has enabled a plant, so they'll get something for their troubles. I don't think it will be the round, though. Maka doesn't either.
Careful now.
Pistol. And jobs are good and no scope to finish.
Yeah, and a bit of a smirk on Macca's face. It's so cheeky. The two players coming to assist him are both coming in from main, and he just takes those jewels where they're on the side. Could have been losing his life and putting him in a 2v2. So the bravado of 3D Max on display now from Inferno into Nuke, tying things up, but the gun's about to be reinvested upon. Mate, the lurk worked out perfectly for Alexi, just couldn't get it done with the dual Berettas. Oh, right. What is that?
Yep.
What is that?
And on to Wonderful, no less.
Yeah, my AWP doesn't work like that. My AWP doesn't work. I think it's user error. Okay, well. Deep outside incendiary. Just fast top.
It was. Gravity's made short work of Imet.
He's had some really important moments, Gravity, so far.
Yeah, he has. He's been playing quite an aggressive defense. Still trying to rectify. How has he got two? Alexi B handles the double push on ramp. Predictable, perhaps. Makaze in the blind spot. Lucky pushes in, confirms it, and removes him.
All right, down the vent needs to be the rotation, and it is. Exercise is here.
Yeah, confirmation they're coming now as Exercise choose to play this with that health discrepancy. It's a head-to-head versus Alexi. And perfect from the Finn. Quad kill from Navi's captain. Just lucky remaining for 3D Max to have a voice.
And maybe they expect Secret because he got the kill towards main.
Yeah, there is potential for that. Wonderful looks like he's going to be focused on the ramp side. It is a blind spot, though. This entrance point. Is he further forward than Wonderful's ready for? Now he knows. Panic sets in. Communications flow. Things get hectic, and Alexi's forced to ace out the clutch. If he had a smoke, it's a different game, a different state of affairs. This one's very uncomfortable. Going to play with the doors, goes for the wallbang, gets lucky low. Alexi B, bit of a quick switch, dangerous game! What's he doing? Oh no, Alexi, a misplay. Lucky can't believe it. A little cheeky smirk and a glance across the stage. Alexi lets that one go, and it was a 4K already.
What happened?
A scroll wheel jump, a quick switch, a...
What?
He's trying to put too much mustard on the hot dog. That's all that is. Overthinking, doing too much.
I'm having a hard time piecing what happened. Is this like a technical malfunction or something? Like
that's the question, isn't it?
Quick switch, go back into the gun. Oh my giddy aunt.
Oh, was he trying to jump into the vent? He was trying to jump into the vent.
And Alexi's normally so sharp on the movement.
Oh.
A lot of these rounds, the way that this CT side are approaching these situations is either immediate reaction based off of the smoke walls or plays that are causing chaos. Now, there have been some aggressive maneuvers out of NAVI as well to open up these, but I think 3D Max are going to thrive more in the chaos. This was the DNA of the team earlier in the year. It was the type of Counter-Strike they were playing that people are like, okay, yeah, we need to take notice. They play fast, they're in your face, they want to take jewels. They are being allowed to play that type of Counter-Strike at the moment. And with the type of rounds that NAVI have lost, the way that Inferno started to simmer out, you can see the reactions of the 3D Max players compared to some of the expressions we're starting to get out of NAVI. They were the heavy favorites coming into this. They've, I don't want to say allowed this to go to a third, but it has. And the type of rounds that they're losing are really going to bubble up that pressure. This is elimination, single.
I mean, we're barely, halfway through this third map, and already there's been multiple instances where there's like this inexplicable. We've seen knife kills, nading yourself. We've had a scroll wheel jump, or rather, sorry, a jump trying to be evasive, knowing time was on his side, but Alexi misjudged his model's position. Ended up just jumping on the spot and being a freebie for the P250.
Now look, if NAVI win this, it is against Mongols next, and they beat Mongols in the playoffs over in Cologne. So, look, I'm sure Mongols would love to get revenge, but it's a game where they go in and go, okay, well, how deep can this team really go? I don't want to say Alexi looks dejected right now. This is the type of leader who can pull himself back together, and especially after 30 seconds where Blade will be doing an awful lot of talking. They have the money, they can buy again, the loss bonus is there, the bomb went down. It was still a shaky moment for 3D Max to get past. A 1v2 clutch. You're not winning those every day of the week.
No, sir. Lucky trying his hand at some yard aggression. Deep nade doesn't find its mark, but swings on in and confirms presence. Makaze there. He shows his face and he dips.
I hate the fact he doesn't have head armor.
Oh. Yeah. Prioritized his nades.
Opting for a safer route to get him down secret, and oh, here we go again.
Mac is up to his usual antics, and Exercise is doing the 3D Max special. Is he pushing through? That would be a Imet. Doesn't matter if Alexi B goes down to body. He can peace out. You just got your opening kill. Like ghosts in the machine. Where has he gone? There he is, and he wins it out. Exercise gets away with murder. Lucky blind screen still takes down Bit. Off the back of all of that timeout, they've only got Makaze left, and Gravity secures it. Oh, the alarm bell. Get it out the box, start ringing.
With the accident that happened there with that sound cue, I'm curious to see this from Alexi's position. Did he start to address Squeaky Door to assist Imma and then body caught the timing? Here it is.
Alexi was gun on.
Okay. So he was still worried about Ram, but these kills, look how blind he is and adjusting back into that. Lucky, that is massive work as they have just been rinsed. It has to be a lighter investment now.
Yeah. Kazi's managed to muster a Kalashnikov. Lucky starts lower. It's Gravity that's just drawn first blood, as easy as that.
Yeah, Top Heart dealing with the squeaky lurk. Imma trying to find some space, maybe sneak down that vent. Block towards Secret. 2 players down here.
Lucky. Golden opportunity, and it's the prime target. He removes the rifle. Should be retrievable, but pressure, only amplified with the double door angle now opened up by virtue of the nade. So a 5-on-3 that doesn't really have legs. Wonderful's going to pick up the AK-47 and the bomb. It is going to be inquisitive. And that's the fight. He takes down Exercise CT Vent. Maka has got the HE with Bit's name on it. But now the rifle falls into Alexi's hands, and perhaps a bomb plant and around, still a conversation to be had. Vents for Gravity, slips on up, nice distraction, body pushes the smoke, gets his. Only Bit, and he falls. Maka will take the Tech 9, thank you very much. 3D Max will take a 6th.
Yeah, well, the bomb didn't end up going down, did it? Now, that means there will need to be a Galil in the mix, and likely Alexi will take that from Makaze, gives him the AK, and that's exactly how that's unfolded. 6 straight rounds. And maybe 2 of the first CT rifle round was brilliant. The next couple were a bit more touch and go. That was against the lighter buy. The previous was very strong. Still 9 available for this CT side. 3D Max playing with house money right now. Look at this.
This is ridiculous. No! Exercise straight up the ladder. He's playing Premiere.
You would have thought he was a T. That's a minute 35.
Oh,
like, this is the chaos I'm talking about, Alex, that they're causing.
Gravity's been pushing Squeaky Door smokes, but Exercise takes it a step further.
Look at the cams, right? Look at the body language. Wonderful, back in his chair. What are you meant to do?
I mean,
the fight's coming to you.
We've played against, you know, a variety of Counter-Strike players, but when they're doing that, when they're pushing lobby, they're at T-Roof 130, you're being disrespected.
Exactly. And this is... 3D Max, I want to say, are being allowed to play their game, but they're having to force this, right? They're staying in all these rounds, active towards lobby, a ramp push, squeaky push. This one has to be straight through HUD. I looked at him going the ladder, and it didn't even click.
Nope.
It was like, what? Wait, hold on. What?
Wait,
That's a CT.
Why is his name blue?
Is the HUD bugged? What's going on?
Bloody hell.
And this is what I mean playing with house money, because you have extra cash, you're winning these rounds, you know they're frustrated. Now, one way to dispel this is a 2v4. A 1v4.
A 1v4.
That's one way to dispel this. A captain's clutch.
Good luck, have fun. The kitchen sink thrown at Alexi, catches bodies push, but there's the trade from Lucky. Exercise the cheek, the audacity, and the fact it's not one, it's two. Wonderful, slumped in his chair.
How many of these rounds are they going to win, though? They've just been able to manufacture gaps.
I mean, doesn't it feel that they've, like, something they discussed, something they saw on the tapes was lobby's not as guarded as it used to be.
It's so simple.
Who's responsible for this?
Well, Emma's the door guy, but at the same time, right, he's pushed through hut, so your door guy tends to be focused elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, this is great.
Oh man, NAVI. It's a completely different feeling to the NAVI games these days. A roll of the eyes, a tut of the tongue, and a necessary final 2 rounds here. If NAVI want to have a conversation of surviving their first day of play.
Yeah, their Nuke's had some ups and downs for sure. A win over Spirit, but that online loss to Astralis, where they've managed 2 rounds.
On the CT side, this is the East side with 3, so things aren't... Counter-Strike maths is indicating NAVI are in trouble.
Maybe they have to try something faster, like fight fire with fire.
Right, right.
Now we might get a pace change out of 3D Max where they just play default.
Immer holding the hut push this round.
So you've gotten away with the aggression so many times, and 7 is good. It doesn't take a mathematician to tell you 9 is better. So I feel like you don't need to be too crazy. Or put the line.
Oh, Makaze! He wouldn't dare, would he? Nah, not braving those flames. He still, I mean, he wins that exchange.
And they learn where the AWP is, but unable to really activate off the back of it.
York finds himself ready to play the fade up against him, and he gets output as well. Wonderful, necessary, gets his trade, gets the double. Exercise manages to match output. And an AWP retrieval costs him his life. Alexi B returns with his 8th. Lucky up the vent silent. It's Makaze holding, good angle for it, good anticipation of the rotation, and now just body. Nothing he can do, held from below, Bit collects, and NAVI buck the trend, and it's nearly a full team effort. Immer, the only player without a contribution in that one.
I think that, like, 4 is good, right?
Yeah, right.
4 should be enough. So the pistols really bowed them out of dodge, because that was 7 consecutive rounds for 3D Max, and still 5 available. So what has felt like quite a dominating half for 3D Max, that buffer with the pistol has placated all that. Now they're going to get 2 minutes in the halftime break after this round to be able to reset. So if NAVI get this one, I think they're still sitting pretty.
And that's an if. Oh, Makaze lucky to be alive there. Just a misthrown smoke break.
So Alexi again with the second wave. Making it look the same as the last, but different timing or different fit. Okay, well, trying to make it look the same as the last.
Interesting. Makaze in a head-to-head. Oh my god, he's in a 1v2 down lower.
Good info.
Very good info. They're going to try and punish on towards the safe side, but Exercise very nonchalant about it. Takes down Imet. And the rest is just falling into place. There they go, 1 by 1, pieced together. Body his late arrival lobby, catches wonderful. Alexi and Bit, just the 2 of them, up against the whole squad. This is very important for Bit to find the multi. Can't get anything done. Individual shining bright are 3D Max, an 8-4 scoreline. NAVI, are they on the ropes? Is 4 enough? Well, we'll have to find out together in the second half and final half of this game. Defending EWC champions NAVI are finding themselves staring down the barrel of elimination. 3D Max have got them here, got them right where they want them. CT pistol feels like a necessity if NAVI are to see day 2 of the Esports World Cup.
And that would mean they have to win both pistols in this map, something that hasn't happened in the series so far. Pressure's on.
What's the play? We get to see a little taste of what the French have on their T side. It was aggressive on the defense, and he steps up to the plate. A masterful deletion to start off. They ask questions of Ramp, and he gets one. Makaze, another. Oh, and Alexi B holding from the heavens. Exercise was not ready for the pre-aim on that one.
Be tough to let a 2v5 go. They still have the bomb, so if they're able to get into the site and get it down, it will facilitate a force going into the next. That's the best case scenario right now for 3D Max. I really don't think they have what it takes to get around victory. There have been some tough rounds to watch for NAVI, but this one would be the worst so far, and it's not a bad goosh. Now the rotation will be on the way.
Yes. Dead. Body, here's Makaze's rotation. He can't track him. Makaze's got no fear. Runs at them, overwhelmed by numbers. NAVI, a convincing start to their CT campaign.
Okay, so that right there is really the recipe to success for this CT half, because the bomb doesn't go down, which means that the force buy, while possible, should be unlikely. That will really now be an 8-6 scoreline before the guns come into play.
I really like the absence of fear from Makaze there. Things get awkward if you hesitate. He opens the door, swings on up, takes some space, and enables Imer to be there for the finish. Nice, slow, steady, economical then.
So a couple of digs. If you can soften them up and force those rebuys and then win that first rifle round, you can ruin the bank of NAVI early. But Makaze continues just to take these jewels, and these are the type of kills that everybody at the top level is going to be lusting for. Just about not overstepping that mark. So how many will he get, and will he be felled? Out of ammo, we'll need that reload. And there you go. The expected outcome will follow. Gravity will pick up the dig. Can he find anybody swinging a little bit wide? Damage onto Alexi, and a nice shot. That's just an MP9, so he's now got 4 players burying him down. There you have it. Now it will be the investment. So it's just a 2-round game. Do you want to take a timeout this early on the T side just to discuss what the approach is going to be, or is it more chaos?
Well, I'm especially considering that, you know, you have the opportunity to knock out NAVI, but it's on your T side with a new IGL. Allegedly swapping and changing. We're assuming it's Gravity.
Well, that's the thing. Body didn't tell us.
Yeah, which is weird because it's not like it's sacred info. And Exercise actually beating out Bit. Empty hands for Bit's ramp defense. Wonderful, just the one.
Imma's already down towards B. If they continue, he's here.
Okay, he's got the opportunity laid out in front of him. So many headshots. Oh my God, I think that was a collateral onto Lucky and Body as well, through the head of the first to fall. Now Alexi B and Makaze find themselves with a real point to prove. Body has that bomb, but not in a rush. Oh, he's so softened up. Perfect team play. They've managed to make it a 2v2. And another from Makaze. 16 frags and counting, coming alive on the CT side for NAVI. Lucky, much worse for wear after the Imer dink.
Well, he won the 1v2 on the CT side down here. This time, I don't think so. Plenty of time, sure. No bomb in his hands. And I love the fact that Makaze's given him this room. Doesn't want to allow that 1v1. However, it does put a bit more pressure on Alexi, who has repositioned.
We can't have the 2 Lucky 1v2s on this bomb site yet, can we?
Does he want to try and go vent to top? Because if he does, Makaze has him absolutely booked. He's accounted for this. It's time to go back up secret.
Interesting. That is less accounted for, I presume.
Yeah, this is a really strong position from Makaze though, right? So he's worried about the Heaven Wrap. He'll also catch him as he comes up the vent, just in the corner of his eye. And I don't think Lucky will have the time to clear all these angles with only 18 seconds left on the clock.
No, however, if he's really switched on, there's just enough time not clearing his vents. 9, 8, headshot found, just enough time. Lucky, another 1v2 taking shape.
He's heard this.
Knows where he's coming from. Slips away, an audible reload in the hut, and now ready to just swing in. Alexi gets it. Valiant attempt from Lucky, gets way more than he was worth.
See, that's the... oh, mate, I can't believe he even got that kill.
Through the vents, it always feels like it's hard to find the head, but
and
he did it.
On such low HP as well, so decent attempt there from Lucky, all things considered. This is all the damage being done in that moment. And then they stall out. Alexi drops the lurk smoke forward of their door smoke, a flash as well, so Body has to be concerned that he can push through because it segregates the setup on the lower side as we hear Makaze letting out a cheer, keeping the boys in it. A very impactful round with that one. Now, it will be a buy again. They know that NAVI are teetering.
Oh, real golden opportunity for an opening onto the prize of Makaze. Doesn't get it, though.
Heading back to either hit top or ramp. So they've applied this pressure. They know that they've pushed him away. And by doing so, they've removed the early information yard. Immer investigates now, so really heads-up play from him. This actually allows NAVI to know that, hey, they haven't been able to take this yard space. It was all a ruse. Batten down the hatches, boys.
Yeah, Alexi gets himself further away from that hut. Doesn't want to be run down by a MAC-10.
Might be mollied out of position, though, if this one hits its mark.
Oh, that nade does. Damn, 100 damage. Wonderful. Finds lethality onto Gravity and spots more coming his way. Wonderful. Racks him up. Holding hut with the AWP. Lucky the last man standing, and only for a moment longer. NAVI, that's the most convincing sign of life we've seen from them yet. Of course, it was a compromised buy, but regardless.
I think because it was only one player staying alive, 3D Max go for that type of investment. And Wonderful tries to get away here, actually slips down, but still able to find that impact on the orb. So great work from him. But now it will just have to be a partial investment. There's a hero AK. There's some upgraded pistols. We're all tied up 8-8, and the reason Emma was so pumped about that one is they know that 3D Max have to respect the buying pattern. It seems unlikely that they full force again, and that would be the correct call. Yeah, this is the thing with aggressive Counter-Strike. When it doesn't work, it looks silly.
This might not be silly, though, from Body. Threads through. Alexi likely going to be anticipating this. Wonderful. And Alexi, yep, switched on. That was the only way back in. And that's been thwarted.
So another scenario where the conversation changes. The dialogue now is just about some damage, a couple of kills. Oof. I don't even know if they'll get that. Emma, very staunch defense on Yard. Happy to take the fights against the pistols at range.
Gravity fancies his chances with the dig. Do what Exercise couldn't, but Emma. Lovely round from him, a quad kill.
That's probably the most problematic patch so far in this half, is the fact that they've allowed so many players to stay alive in 2 consecutive rounds. So to break them open now will require a bit of a masterclass on this T side. We know how hard these rounds are to come by. So 5 consecutive, only 1 round with the bomb getting planted. No pistol to give you that buffer, which is what NAVI were able to secure. In a series where we had split pistols in the previous 2 maps, Ancient and Inferno, that could just be the difference maker. 3D Max were winning clutches, they were winning solid gun rounds, they had all these cheeky aggressions, they were finding gaps, they were being so annoying.
And they typically are, you know, like that is definitely part of their game plan. Let's make no mistake. They want to get under your skin. They want to rustle your jimmies.
Oh, now they're looking like the ones who could be having that key crushed. NAVI, the smallest of leads, but can they extend it? Guns back out. Aggression, yard control.
Yeah, wonderful was the fight, and ooh, narrow miss just over the shoulder of Body. Nice opening for 3D Max. They lose their AWP, and NAVI have to pivot. Oh, and a back turn. Gravity punishes Makaze in the chaos. Turn tail to main. And is brought down to a 3v5. 3D Max, more control than they've had in some time.
Love that move as well. Body, as soon as he gets that secret space, you can see him with the flash ready to try and tee up Gravity for that swing. Trying to be ahead of that rotation, and they were. So Wonderful and Makaze having to watch as they push in a lobby. How many does Lucky get?
Yeah, that's the question. Does he have anything to say? He certainly does on the first, an immediate trade. Yeah, if we keep trending in that direction, it's likely to be a 9-9 scoreline.
You know, Bit's the ramp holder, so he's either ramp or rotated down B. Alexi, you know, last note of pushing lobby, and now they're triangulating his position. Deleted, and Bit should be on the save. But remember, lots of cash to work with for NAVI, so they will be able to buy again, but we do tie things back up. So that's Wonderful, drawing circles around the aggression yard.
Yeah, Body was quick. I think more progressed than Wonderful was ready for. And the quick reaction flick not quite connecting. And need I remind you as well, for those of you that may have missed it, this is EWC. It's kind of like having a ribeye in first class. The stakes are high. Could have your key crushed in just a few rounds' time.
We get a 500 grand for first. You get 20 grand for coming last.
You do?
Yeah, so
I mean, it's a rather golden wooden spoon.
Everybody wins in a way.
In a way.
Okay, well, that is the first T-sided round. Yeah, and one of those wonderful frustrations showing.
He's just like me, for real.
Red pole for Makaze, so he won't be able to be so jarring outside. This type of a position is trying to catch players lurking into warehouse, in through main, over towards heaven and hell.
He's trying it again. This time, target is credit.
Well, the AWP right now
Not looking.
No, helping out ramp. Bit's been tasked with on rotating down B. And
Oh, he just looked away on the fade. He was not expecting someone to be playing it like that. Body does very well to provide an opening. Round 19 and a first blood.
So no AWP noted. I think you'd be on high alert for Makazi's position for sure.
Yeah, you mean even Gravity's going to be providing a hand as he maneuvers up.
Makazi active now. Has to be.
Has to be. This gap is growing. He might just moonwalk straight into
timing.
Body. Nice timing. This time favors Makazi. But it will be a Gravity in knee-jerk trade.
Yeah, you'll take that. Number advantage.
Oh, Alexi, you're in trouble. You don't have a smoke grenade. You just have to swing, stand, and bang. Instead, he burns. 2 on 4. Slipping through the NAVI fingertips. Can Bit do anything with that vent position? It feels like it's just a death sentence going up the ladder. And, well, so is this from Wonderful.
Oh, what?
Or not, I guess, actually.
An AWP wide swing.
Yep. Just like we all expected, the 2v4 goes 2v3.
Well, if he goes fishing and gets another, Bit might be enticed to give this one a look.
Wall bang straight to Lucky. And we're on.
All right, well, if you're saving, you better get out of there.
Or more realistically, a save.
Yes, so right now, just taking a look at residual cash. Wonderful can drop, Bit can drop. Alexi will take one of those, Makazi as well, and Imika by himself. So important saves to guarantee the full buy again, because there's only 1,900 being injected into the bank balance for the next. It's hearing this, wants a bit of damage. Don't want to give this one away, though, and won't. So takes a shot, but does dip back into cover. Take a little look at the spawns as well. So that one right there, a bit of a mare from Emma. Really good trade from Gravity. It's 2 rounds where Gravity has put a leash on Makazi. So the fact that he's just able to punish that is really important because Makazi's playing some great Counter-Strike, isn't he? Sure, there's a couple of ecos in there, but still 18 kills in total, was third, and pressure is on. Blade pacing back and forth. This is, again, on the death knock, and it kind of feels a bit like more Inferno right now.
Yeah, that late resurgence from 3D Max on Inferno did put us here. A 5-0 start for Navi's defense. And now we start to see those cracks forming. 2 consecutive from 3D Max. Will we see a third? Wonderful. If ever there was a time to see that AWP in the feed early, this would be a perfect moment. Playing it nice, though, is Lucky, knows his angles. His body, excuse me. Naughty, a single bullet, and it's got Wonderful on notice. A headshot through the wall. And Makaze, an audible spam near Unbreakable. Body's trying up to his usual antics. He's coming for Wonderful, I think. You're not ready for this? Yep, no back. Lovely work, Body and Exercise in unison. There's Makaze, makes up for it in little, but the damage is done, and it seems that Lucky can get into this site with Exercise as well.
Now you got Doors Control, plan Astralis, and play the post plant. Maka has the rotations from Silo. He's unlikely to be rumbled.
Yeah.
There you go. It's just shooting gallery. 2v3. Do you give this one a go?
Oh, you might have to, especially if Imma gets anything going. I feel like Exercise's angle is well informed. As deep of a line as he can hold for that info, but hugging the wall, flash and go, good util, good work, and not going for it.
Okay, well, now up the vent to try and save. They can get their AWP back from Yard. Body's been such a nuisance outside. He's found impact in all 3 of these consecutive rounds now. Fast outside takes down Wonderful. Next round, through the smoke, takes down Imma on the fade. And this time, again, with a different smoke wall, weaves through Credit and catches Wonderful. He started it off with the goose through the wall and finished it with a bullet to the face. Body, this is exactly, he only has 9 kills.
Exactly.
But these are the most impactful frags that he's gotten. That patch has just thrown these rounds into disarray. This guy taking space. Remember, he was brought into the team, replacing Jocko. It's a while ago now, but look at it.
It's so audacious when you see it from that bird's eye perspective. Just knife out in the smoke, no support. And just such a disruptive presence. Yeah, you're bang on as far as impact goes. You know, I don't really care who's at the top of the tables. That's 3 T rounds consecutively, starting with a body frag, and now pace changing, charging straight into that top site. Have they got it? The minerals. Makaze holds on just enough, gets another double kill, and piecing finds himself the AK. Still pressure on. Maka from the main side, caught by the AWP. It's just gravity. He has got that bomb, and he has got a chance to plant.
AWP through ramp here, wonderful. He's not going to get here in time. Bomb will go down.
Gravity makes no secret. If they hear that, they stampede through the vents. They're rushing towards that bomb. Close the door and hold it. Yeah, just sticking. I think that's the perfect play. It's absolutely perfect. NAVI 10. As Gravity's attempt, sure, you got the bomb down. That's nice. But absolutely no chance in the clutch.
Okay, so they've gone for that pace change, and Makaze gets the double kill that really turns the tide. Wonderful grabbing that kill on Maka, trying to jump through the smoke, makes it the 1v3. The bomb goes down, sure, but the money was there for the buy. Check this one out again. So fast up, mollies are there, Imma running into it. Makaze flicks back in, smoke pops up, no fear. Straight in and really turns the tide of battle in that one. Do we go back to more of the same? A 3D Max going to maneuver outside with these smoke walls, and can Body get away with it again?
You're going to feel silly, aren't you, after 3 successes with more of a yard-centric approach, or at least Body. And a Body drops. Gravity was trying to get cheeky with it.
Wonderful by the AWP. Tough moments, but the last 2 rounds kills back, so we're going to tie things up and break the money of the French late.
Oh, Body. Yes, indeed. Wonderful arrives, and you can see him slumping back in his chair as he realizes what that means. An 11th round imminent for NAVI.
Are you already having the conversation of the save? You would love to get that bomb down. It's 2,400 into the next. An extra 600 would be huge across the board, but I don't even know how you're meant to make that possible. Might be a minute of just sitting and watching as plenty of sound cues heard. Maka hoping he catches something. Doesn't look like anybody is going to oblige. So if Maka and Exercise can hold on to these, it'll give them an AWP and an AK. Gravity will be able to get the investment going. He might even be able to drop something. Remember, no loss bonus will happen for Exercise and Maka.
The only question I have is whether or not NAVI can be emboldened to do anything more. Like, is there going to be a little late resurgence charge towards spawn, or is it not in their best interest?
So that's the question, right? If you take these rifles away, then their buy is going to look a lot weaker,
yeah.
Right? So there is the pros, but at the same time, hey, let's try not to give away anything here unnecessary to put pressure on our economy. So they're being very diligent with it. They're being safe about it. I don't think they're going to get there in time with only 10 seconds left. They have to start running now. So they're safely hunting.
Right, okay. Still, for 3D Max, I don't, it's an unenviable position as far as the finances will be concerned.
Lucky can buy, Gravity can drop.
Make it work.
It's okay.
11-11. And an impactful round from Wonderful's AWP. This time, Body empty-handed on the yard side. Oh, Makaze's having a great CT half.
The thing is, you had 3 very well pieced together T-side rounds. And they were all rifle rounds. You haven't broken their money, right? You've had to deal with gun after gun after gun, and that is going to be the case all the way. Even if you win this one, get yourself 12, there'll still be money for another NAVI buy. So this isn't with the pistol. This isn't against a low buy. It's not against an eco. They're having to do it the hard way.
I wonder if Body's got any more tricks up his sleeve. I don't think he can get away with any of those credit card maneuvers. Surely the time has passed and the info's flown. I don't know. 11-11. Let's get it going. An AWP from either side.
So lighter on the util for the T side. It will limit the amount of options, but because they're direct, as long as they stick the landing on the initial gambit, it can be okay. Taking the pace out, allowing Maka to search top silo. Wonderful will have to cross back.
That's what he's banking on. And here it comes. A jump! Maka tracks. An opening kill for 3D Max. First to 12 is on its way. Late smoke wall. Body starting to maneuver. Oh, is Makaze aggressing? Looked like he was. Lucky and Makaze side by side in that squeaky smoker. M4 spams.
He's got the space. It's more valuable.
He's walked straight past you. Here's your reload. You're not ready for this. Oh no, Alexi B gets completely pantsed. And Imet down to gravity. 3D Max have pieced it together flawlessly.
Makaze's unknown though.
Not anymore, he isn't. Fires off a warning shot, doesn't get what he hoped for. Pit versus gravity. The first is nice, and that's all he'll get. Nothing from Makaze further. 12th found first. NAVI, they're key to be crushed unless they can convert.
The money's still there. They can buy again. There's no dramas with that. Remember, but Blade's taken all the tactical timeouts. He doesn't have the opportunity right now to call this. And outside, that's where the weakness has been. This time, it's wonderful. Caught lacking. Must have known that the orb was still safe to cross here, but gives away that opening death. And then Lucky, just who's had some very, very frustrating moments throughout this series, is able to pass through perfectly. Is this it? Are NAVI being sent home in last place?
Hot favorites. Third map, final round of regulation. It's gone the distance. Exercise is the one that's going to try and succeed. Oh, M4 v AK. A tale as old as the game itself. A dink exchange, but bit the one that has to twiddle his thumbs and watch.
They're across. Bomb will be down secret. Emma down here will have to be the hero. Gets support. Makaze also drops down the vents. Multi-kills required.
Emma, he'll try and tuck in. Caught off. Makaze at least spots them out. Does convert. Body goes down. So does Gravity. They step up and deliver. And not unable to track that jump back. Alexi B progresses forward and removes the exercise ramp lurk. Looks like NAVI have done enough to secure OT here. Nice quick response to their cross. Proactivity from Makaze joining Imet. It's paid off.
This is a kill.
It is. And now 2v4 becomes
got some
a
nades.
2v3. I'm getting a little uncomfortable. I'm getting a little anxious. Makaze is too. He knows he's been spotted. That flame could find him. This would be awkward.
Ramp's theirs. Bomb will get planted. 2v3.
All to play for. To throw the knockout blow. The underdog bares its teeth. Oh, 2v2, wonderful, and Alexi trying to progress back into the site. Wonderful from the Rams side. Alexi from Decon has the kit on the fin. Navi's captain. And an AK on Wonderful, pushing through. Alexi's brought down. Mac is just running and gunning, and they've done it! 3D Max take them down. Navi, the first team eliminated. Wasn't what we expected, wasn't what we needed or expected. But my God, is it spectacular. 3D Max overcome.
It's just insane there. The